You're watching the United Athletic Conference, and it's here on ESPN+. We've got a matchup of nationally ranked teams and each of the last two champions of the UAC on the field tonight. Austin Peay, they make their first visit to Abilene to take on the ACU Wildcats. As we welcome you inside Wildcat Stadium, Anthony Field for tonight's contest. Andy Penny alongside Jim Reese. It's the conference opener for each of these two teams. It should be a good one, the last two champions of the UAC.
It's going to be a good one. They're both similar in personality. They both love to be balanced and have quarterbacks that are operators, that can run bootlegs, play action, and that helps them in their passing game.
Each of our coaches, Jeff Ferris as well as Keith Patterson, have talked about winning the line of scrimmage, establishing the run. For the Wildcats, Jordan Vaughn, Rovon Banks, they lead the way rushing.
They do. There are 4 or 5 running backs. Those two in particular are people that give you a great threat, and the offensive line for both teams have lived up to preseason predictions and do a really good job of blocking for the running game.
And for the Governors of Austin Peay, explosive plays is what they're known. 3 plays of 60-plus yards in the first quarter. Javius Bond and that offense, they're going to get going tonight. Yeah, they're going to get going.
Very talented and have great skill people, and their quarterback is going to push the line of scrimmage, and really he can throw and run and presents a great challenge.
UAC opener here, ACU and Austin Peay. The Wildcats won the toss. They will move south to north, and Austin Peay will get the football first. Again, a beautiful night here in Abilene, 89 degrees, partly cloudy, mostly sunny skies. Should be a beautiful night. We'll be in the 80s until the games end here tonight. Wind blowing out of the south, maybe 10 to 15 miles an hour. It will be at the back of the Wildcats here to start as Kyler Meskey has it teed up for the Wildcats on the south 40-yard line. Javius Bond is back deep. The season is underway in the UAC for both the Wildcats and the Governors. Meskey's kickoff is a touchback. The Governors will have it on the 25, and they will start 1st and 10 from there under their quarterback, who's a good one, Chris Parson. He wears number 0 tonight. We'll talk about that as the broadcast goes along, but Chris is off to a great start this year.
He's off to a great start and presents challenges. You have to guard against him running as well as
I can hear you now.
And throwing. He can do it all.
38 of 57 on the year, 492 yards and 2 touchdown passes. This is an Austin Peay offense that put up 700 yards of offense last week versus Morehead State. And again, 3 plays in the first quarter of 60-plus yards. They are explosive and they can go. As here is the first play. It's pass out in the flat with room to run and a first down for the Governors out across the 35. Let's go down to Kendra Sheehan down on the sideline. Kendra?
A beautiful Saturday night for a top 25 matchup with the reigning UAC champions in Abilene Christian, the 2023 UAC champions in Austin Peay. Both these offenses are clicking, with the Wildcats scoring 77% of the available points and the Governors scoring 84%. And what this means is both offenses have been on a tear to start the season, so we're in for a good one here in Abilene. Andy?
Thank you, Kendra. As a flag flies, our first penalty flag tonight. First play was Nate Garnett Jr., a catch in the flat. Our first penalty flag, Zach Erdman, our referee. Again, our referee, Zach Erdman, tonight. And Jim, this is a great matchup here. Keith Patterson said these two teams are mirror images of each other. We anticipate a great ball game tonight.
Yeah, and both we have the last 2 winners of the UAC conference here playing each other in the first game of the conference. A great, great matchup.
Wildcats, the defending champions of the UAC in 24. Austin Peay, the winners in 23. A 1st and 15 after the penalty. Parson, a straight drop, 3-man pressure. He's going to go vertical to try their first explosive play. It's up, underthrown, and incomplete. Intended for Garnett on the far sideline. Noah Mangum, who gets the start at corner tonight, was beaten initially but able to recover on the underthrown pass.
Yeah, fortunately, Noah had a chance to catch up. He was open. They ran a vertical or a go and had him open by like 10 yards. Abilene Christian is very fortunate there.
So it's 2nd down now and 15. First handoff of the night. And a short gain, no gain, as that is Javius Bond. Will Schaefer, the preseason Defensive Player of the Year, the leading tackler for the Wildcats, coming into tonight, plugging the hole, making a great job. Here's a look at the starting lineups for Austin Peay. You see in that offensive line, making his 38th start is Chandler Curtin. He's in that offensive line. The center scored a touchdown last week for the Governors. Passing situation here for Austin Peay. It's 3rd down and 17. They'll stay conservative. A stretch play, Cortland Simmons, his first carry tonight. Simmons pushed out on the far side. Simmons the leading rusher for this team. It's Tyson Williams to push him out of bounds. Austin Peay's going to have to punt the football.
Yeah, Abilene Christian was in a prevent, 5 under, 3 deep. They only had 3 linemen rushing and had good outside leverage with one of the linebackers to hold them to about a 3-yard gain.
So Gavin Myers will punt. Myers, the average just over 40 yards on his 11 punts this year. Tyson Williams is back deep here for the Wildcats. Nice high end over end punt. Williams trying to run up under it on the far sideline. He can't. It'll take an ACU bounce and come to a rest, and that's where the Wildcats will come out on offense for the first time under the 6th-year player. Stone Earl, his 2nd appearance here at ACU. Started his career here, transferred out. He's transferred back, and he's coming off a career night of passing last week versus TCU, his most passing yards, and he'll get the start here again tonight. As Earl last week, 22 of 29, 276 yards, had 2 touchdown passes, his first 2 touchdown passes of the year. He'll set up the offense 1st and 10 for ACU at the 37. Wildcats have run the football well this year. They're 62% run, 38% pass. They'll start play action here. Earl with a great pocket, and he's got his tight end, Jed Castles, on the far sideline. Castles has a 1st down. Raylan Manley in coverage, a step behind. Castles on the plus side of the field.
Good play action, faked the zone, had time to throw. Castles coming across from his inside slot position. Nice 15-yard drag for 1st down.
Castles, the preseason All-United Athletic Conference. He makes his 26th start for the Wildcats. Puts ACU in plus territory. And now on the ground, it's Jordan Vaughn to the left hash. He's met right in the hole in a great tackle. It's Stephen Ellison, the 5'10 sophomore. Murfreesboro, Tennessee, plugs the hole, no gain.
Yeah, tried to run the stretch and just got hammered at the line of scrimmage. Just an outstanding play.
ACU last week with 4 scoring drives in the 2nd half versus TCU. Very effective in the 2nd half. It's an empty backfield here for Stone on 2nd and 10. Looks to his right, now back in the center of the field. Catch, and a short catch, Redadrian Baldrick. Montrez Smith with coverage in the center of the field. It's ACU's first 3rd down of the night, 3rd down and 6.
Good job by Stone Earl keeping the play alive, coming back to his 3rd receiver, running a little 7-yard in route, and big 3rd down.
This is a big key tonight. ACU's efficiency on 3rd down offense at 54%. Austin Peay's 3rd down efficiency on defense, holding their opponents to just 27%, 10 of 37 on the year. First 3rd down for the Wildcats, 3rd down and 6. Pressure comes. Earl, a square in, missed his intended target, almost intercepted. Ellis Jr. had the hands in the right spot, just could not squeeze the football.
Could have been still maybe 4 down territory. Well, there looks like they're gonna either punt or try a field goal.
Boy, Ellis was looking to make the tackle there, not looking for the football.
Yeah.
So ACU will punt. They'll play field position as Hugo Nash in punt formation. Javius Bond deep for the Governors. Nash a high punt to the near sideline. And great coverage by the Wildcats. They'll kill it inside the 5. Sammy Morris, a great play. The 2 teams punt we'll take our first time out. We're scoreless in Abilene. Possessions. Austin Peay will start down inside their 5-yard line on their second drive. Handoff in the center of the field and a short gain. Cortland Simmons, his second carry tonight. Jordan Mukes and Javion Wilcox will bring him down on the tackle.
Cortland Simmons got hit and got an extra 2 yards. Really a good job of pushing.
Again tonight, Parson wears number 0, typically wears number 3, wearing number 0 tonight in honor of teammate Will Hardrick. It's 2nd and 5, they'll stay on the ground again. Simmons a short gain, 3rd down coming up. More on Chris Parson wearing 0. Let's send it down to Kendra.
Austin Peay quarterback Chris Parson wearing number 0 this week in honor of the former Austin Peay football player Will Hardrick, who passed away in May in a tragic hit-and-run car accident. Each week, head coach Jeff Ferris picks a player on the team to wear the number 0 that best embodies Hardrick's spirit, that exemplifies his work ethic and character. And the Austin Peay Governors did have Will Hardrick's family out to their home opener last weekend, and he made it clear it wasn't a moment of silence, it was a moment of celebration for a player taken far too soon. Andy?
Fumbles the football, the Wildcats have recovered down inside the 5. Kagan Roach with the hits recovered by Rashawn Miles. And the Wildcats are in business here, Coach, 1st and goal.
Yeah, Chris Parson couldn't find anybody open and tried to actually pull it down, and super tackle to knock the ball loose. And 1st down at the 4-yard line, 1st and goal.
That was a key tonight for this Wildcat defense. Can they get pressure on this explosive offense? And Parson, we talked about explosive plays for this Austin Peay offense. Well, they got pressure. That's only the 4th sack of the year for this Wildcat defense. But they get the sack, they get the forced fumble, and the recovery down inside the 5-yard line.
This is where ACU needs to be more effective. They've not been good inside the red zone.
Earl will take the snap. He'll keep it himself. He'll find the end zone. The turnover into immediate points. Stone Earl, the quarterback, his 3rd touchdown rushing, and Wildcats take advantage of a short field, and they've got a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, Stone Earl was perfect to run the counter, and it was a called counter. He was going to run it all the way and didn't get touched till had 2 pullers kicking out the defensive end and turning up on the linebacker. Good execution.
And the extra point is up and good from Brandon Perez. Stone Earl, the touchdown. The Wildcats will have a 7-0 lead. We're 5 minutes deep tonight in Abilene.
Runs by design and really enjoys doing that.
It's the first points that the Wildcats have scored in the first quarter. They've been outscored 35-0 in the first quarter in their first 3 games. Tulsa, Stephen F. Austin, TCU. So now play with the lead for the first time this season in the first quarter. Parson and company, their 3rd offensive drive. They'll start on the left hash with a 1st down and 10. And run the quick pitch coming near side. It's out to the sideline. Short gain is Corey Richardson, his 1st carry, the sophomore from Fayetteville, Georgia. Wilcox and Miles with good speed on the perimeter. It's just a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, ACU is in a traditional 4-3 on 1st down and had good leverage by the outside backer, cornerback, and defensive end. Really good job of stopping the stretch play.
Austin Peay's been balanced offensively, 208 yards a game on the ground, 205 through the air. So very balanced in their offensive efficiency as far as yardage is concerned. They got a 2nd and 9 here. Parson scrambles to his right, wants to throw, has his big tight end on the near side. First catch of the night for Jackson Head. He turns it into a gain of 26 into ACU territory. Chris Wright finally brings him down, but the junior from Woodstock, Georgia, his first catch.
Yeah, that's the Chris Parson we've anticipated, and great job of moving, had to avoid the rush and found somebody on the run. Superior play.
That's an Austin Peay team that loves to utilize the tight end in their passing game. Had his first reception tonight. Austin Peay will run their first play across the 50-yard line. And Parson will keep for the first time as he fakes the jet sweep, a short gain, and Cortland Rosaw and Javion Wilcox are both there. Here's a look at the ACU starting defense. The starting lineup brought to you by LMB Real Estate. Of course, you've got Will Schaefer, the preseason WAC Defensive Player of the Year there in the middle, leading the way as far as tackles are concerned. First start of the year defensively for Noah Mangum in the secondary. He gets the start as Romario Noel, a little banged up. You'll see Harold West at the safety spot tonight too. Second down and 10 in an empty backfield. Great pocket, center of the field, missed the crossing route, incomplete. Caden Williams, the intended receiver, and now long field here again, third down and 10 for the Governors.
Yeah, he was looking for tight end, actually a slot going down the seam, and had him covered. Tried to come back late and was not his best pass. Had him open, missed him.
Austin Peay on third down conversions, almost 50%. They've been highly effective, 49% on the year. It's a long one. Bunch twins to both sides, stacked twins to both sides, and a straight drop, four-man pressure. Parson a chance to run near side. He'll have enough for a first down. Gets back to the center of the field, and Parson, another chunk play for this offense of 20 yards. He's down to the ACU 28.
Yeah, one of the dangers when ACU or any team goes to a nickel or a dime look with the 5-6 defensive backs, you only have 4 in the box. You got to keep somebody to spy on somebody as athletic as Chris Parson, and that time it didn't happen.
He's the second leading rusher for this Governor offense. In an offense that had 700 yards last week. 429 of that was on the ground. 7 rushing touchdowns versus Morehead State. First and 10 here. They'll run a sweep, and it's a halfback pass. A jump ball at the goal line, knocked away right at the goal line. Great coverage as Jaden Robinson, the intended receiver. It's Noah Mangum again, his first start for the Wildcats. Had an interception last week at TCU. Stays with the pass route, able to get a hand on it, knock it down.
Yeah, great anticipation and recognition. Tailback probably could have done a better job selling the outside sweep and might have had defensive corner and safety come up, but super job recognizing halfback pass.
Mangum, the transfer from Northern Colorado, his first year here with ACU. Second and 10. Parson gets rid of it in a hurry, and a great tackle in a hurry. Jordan Malaska beats the block on the outside. It'll go as a negative play in the passing game. It's third down and long again.
Yeah, needed to block one guy, Jordan Malaska. That didn't happen. A little bubble screen and super play by number 5.
Nate Garnett, another catch, but you try to get out in space on the perimeter, it's just a numbers game, but the numbers went the way of ACU.
Yeah, they had one-on-one, but again, when you can't get the one block, you're going to get into trouble.
Third down, 14 from the ACU 32. Another empty backfield. Parson quarterback draw. We'll have the lost yardage back, but a fourth down and 10 coming up. So there is Will Schaefer, leads the way. Austin Peay will settle for a field goal attempt here in field goal range, and they've been good in the special teams category. Carson Smith is perfect. He's 4 for 4 on the year. Has a long of 44. This will extend that. It's a 45-yard attempt from the left hash. Little breeze in his face as he kicks north to south. Good snap, good hold, plenty of distance, but pushed it right. It is no good. ACU defense able to hold, still a 0 on the scoreboard for Austin Peay. Wildcat offense will be back on the field with a 7-point lead.
Christian quarterback Stone Earl, responsible for the first score of the ball game, and he comes back to ACU after making stops at North Texas and Marshall. And head coach Keith Patterson told me the difference maker for Stone Earl this year has been letting go of the past. He told Earl he has to forget what happened at North Texas. He has to forget what happened at Marshall, where he had the starting job and lost it. And coach said that for Stone Earl, that was a weight lifted off of his shoulders. Now he's able to play with confidence and play for the same love of the game that he had in the past. Andy?
Yeah, Kendra, and throws a rope there on first down. Radrian Baldrip has come alive in this passing game. His second catch here in the first quarter. Yeah, Stone has been just very calm and under pressure. He's been very calm. He misses J.B. Mitchell here as the slant sails high. It's incomplete. Here's a look at the ACU offense, our LMB Real Estate starting lineups, brought to you by LMB, your trusted partner for corporate real estate solutions in Abilene and beyond. And J.B. Mitchell, who the target on the last play, his first start, had a breakout game last week in Fort Worth, 5 catches, 88 yards versus the Horned Frogs. Earl will throw again. This screen is busted up. It will go for a loss. As Ellis Jr., one of the better names we're going to hear all season long, able to sniff out the screen. It's a loss of 4.
Yeah, it's a great name, and he was on him as soon as he caught it. Had Jed Castles that couldn't get out there in time to make the one block necessary.
Actually make it a loss of 6 back to the 39. ACU tries to get a free play. They don't get it. Austin Peay stays out of the neutral zone. This one broken up and incomplete. Nice coverage. Trevor Hardy knocks that out of the hands of Baldrip. Didn't know if Hardy would play tonight. He was questionable. Did not play last week versus Morehead State, but he's back on the field. No Miles Wiley tonight, the free safety for Austin Peay. He had a lower body injury. He was questionable. He went through some warm-ups, but then is not now in uniform. Nash will punt for the second time in 3 possessions. It's Javius Bond back deep. He stands at the Austin Peay 25. No pressure from Austin Peay. A great spiraling punt. Pushes Bond back inside the 10, but a chance to return. Far hash, 20-25, and good starting field position on the Bond return. Javius, a guy, he's plays some offense, plays some defense, plays some special teams, and has a nice return, sets up this Austin Peay offense.
Yeah, that's really unusual in today's game to see that. One of the few times you and I have seen such a good punt, he out-kicked the coverage, so good return.
So here comes the Austin Peay offense. Had the turnover on their second drive, got into field goal range on their last drive. Unable to get points. The first missed field goal of the year from Carson Smith. Set up shop this time on the 27. Short handoff is maybe one on the play. Coach, let's look at our keys to the game tonight for ACU and Austin Peay.
Yeah, looks like a couple of the keys that ACU has is offensive plays. They need to do better inside the red zone, and I think they've already done that. Rovon Banks is on a good start to carry the ball effectively. Coach Ferris for Austin Peay is wanting quarterback Chris Parson to be able to run and throw effectively, and it's kind of hard to tell whether either team has achieved that. We had that one big turnover.
Williams a short gain here. Austin Peay's been good to stay with the run here early. They're trying to establish the run. But another now 3rd down and long. 3rd down and 6 for this Governor offense. Able to convert a 3rd and 10 on the last drive. But now 3rd down and 6 from the 31. Looks like the Wildcats may bring pressure. They do. Good pocket. Parson now collapses, and Kagan Roach has him again. Kagan, the forced fumble. Now he's got the sack. Wildcat defense, a 3-and-out series.
Yeah, you'd call that a coverage sack. Nobody open. Abilene Christian, 2 linebackers, 5 in the second, doing a great job of covering.
Roach comes off the field a little banged up after the sack, holding that shoulder. As here is the Myers punt. Williams signals for a fair catch and makes the fair catch on the far side. Had the sack. Let's go down to Kendra.
Defensive lineman Kagan Roach is certainly having a game here, and after his time at North Texas, Abilene Christian is his fourth school, and he really thought that his time would be done. Kagan Roach told me that KP took a chance on him, went out on a limb, and since landing here, it's been open arms. He never felt like the new guy. This team has come together as one, embraced him, and that's allowed him to play his best football. As you can see, he's doing that tonight, guys.
Wildcats will start on the ground. Good start, Jordan Vaughn. Andrew Chambly will get credit for the tackle. Vaughn comes in a leading rushing number of 189 yards on the year, has 2 touchdowns. He and Rovon Banks, even E.J. Wilson shared the rushing duties a week ago in Fort Worth. KP Keith Patterson, the head coach of the Wildcats, loves the depth of this running back unit. 2nd and 5, Earl a quick curl, caught near side. That's Dallas Dudley has a first down as he crosses the 50-yard line. Raven Manley the tackle. And here's a look at our impact players tonight for ACU. This is the defensive side. First and 10 Wildcats at the Austin Peay 48. Earl running the sweep. There's Wilson, his first carry tonight. Short gain of 3. E.J. Wilson, I love the story. The transfer played at Florida International to start his career. Keith Patterson, the former defensive coordinator at Texas Tech. Wilson at Florida International scored a touchdown on Keith Patterson's defense at Texas Tech. If you can't stop him, join him, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Wilson's got 3. It's 2nd down and 7. Stay on the ground. Big hole this time. I believe that's Wilson again. Check that. That's Vaughn. Has enough for a first down.
Yeah, Vaughn is the kind of back you think is going to run over people. Really tall, big and strong, but has learned how to slow down and make cuts. Made a nice little cut on the counter and first down.
Keith Patterson told us Thursday it's the most confident he's been in this running game since he's been here for 4 years. Into the first quarter, Wildcats. They've got a 7-0 lead with 1 down in Abilene. Wildcats a 7-0 lead. We start the second quarter, first down and 10. Austin Peay actually more offensive yards in the first quarter than ACU, 66-64. It's even after that 2-yard gain. Hey, Kendra down on the sideline. She's got more on Austin Peay's Ellis Ellis.
Ellis Jr. looks to lead the defensive unit for the Govs. And for him, his why for the reason he plays football is his daughter, Zarayli. He just wants to prove to her that you can do anything that you set your mind to. He wants her to know that you can lean on other people and you can achieve your goals. And of course, the name Ellis Jr., you know I had to ask him about it. His dad is Ellis Sr. He told me he doesn't really know the backstory. He's asked a couple times. They don't know. He thinks it's funny. Everyone loves it. And he said he wouldn't change his name for the world. Andy?
Yeah, one of the better names we're going to hear all season long, Ellis Ellis. Here's a great catch near side. That's Eddie Henry, the nickname of Eddie Henry. 6'2", 250. I'm not sure he's Eddie. He's got good hands. That's a great catch.
He's big, Eddie Henry, and made maybe the best catch of the year. He's on the sideline about to go out of bounds and found a way to get 2 feet in. Only needed 1. Outstanding catch, first down.
The nickname Eddie comes from being born premature, but that's not the case anymore. 6'2", 250 pounds. Coming off a great game last week with 4 receptions, 50 yards, and a touchdown versus TCU. Empty backfield. Earl, a post pattern on the run. It's a Wildcat touchdown. Radrian Baltrip behind the defense. Beautiful pass and catch. 13-0 Wildcats.
Yeah, you could see that coming. No free safety, nobody in the middle, and bringing pressure. Brought 6 and playing man-to-man and beat that safety. Nobody within 10 yards of him. Super throw by Stone Earl.
And Baltrip coming alive in this receiving core here tonight. Of course, no Javon Gibson tonight. No Hut Graham tonight in the receiving core. But tonight, it's Radrian Baltrip. Thus far, Stone Earl on a dime into the end zone. Wildcats got a 14-0 lead in Abilene.
With working for ACUTV the past 3 years, I've been a part of many moving parts, and I've been able to see our program kind of evolve and create new aspects to our broadcast that make it better and better each year.
I came in with no idea what ACUTV was, and then last semester I was able to do a halftime desk for a football game, and that is something I've always wanted to do since I was little.
If you love sports, if you don't love sports, we got something for everyone. If you want to come and be a part of it, it's a great place to just grow.
Radrian Baltrip, only 1 reception on the year coming into tonight. He's got 3 for 47. The last one, a 26-yard touchdown, a thing of beauty, Coach.
Yeah, he had man-to-man coverage and did a super job of making a little fake to the outside, and once he got inside, he just stayed down that hash mark, and no chance for that safety to cover him.
Bond a chance to return this one on the run. He's up the far side, 25-30. Good return again for Javius Bond. Let's see how this Austin Peay offense is going to respond. Of course, they're explosive. They can make explosive plays, but now trailing on the scoreboard 14-0. So you can see a look at the offensive unit here for Austin Peay. Coach Ferris, last year, his first year at Austin Peay, the head coach also called the plays last year. He is not calling plays this year. He's handed that off to offensive coordinator Quinn Billerman, who they call QB. What a great name for an offensive coordinator. Quinn Billerman calling plays this year. And Coach Ferris admitted, he said it was too difficult last year trying to manage everything as the head coach and call the plays offensively. So he's handed that off to Quinn Billerman. Now down by 14. They'll stay on the ground to start the drive. Good run up the middle. Nice hit as well as the run. Here's another look at the touchdown. Stone Earl to Radrian Baltrip.
Boy, had him open the last 20 yards, and just a great throw on time for the touchdown.
No Kagan Roach on that defensive line. He hurt his shoulder on that last drive. Try to get an update on Kagan down on the sideline. Another run, another tough run. That should be enough for a first, and it is. As they keep it in the hands of Bond, back-to-back carries. Javius, the first game versus Middle Tennessee State, carried the ball multiple times, played about 20-25 plays on offense, similar on defense. Has not played much each of the last 2 weeks versus Georgia and Morehead State, but he is all systems go. They said hopefully tonight he's playing about 25 offense, 25 defense. Back-to-back running plays has the Governors a first down. Play action here. Parson, he'll stretch the field vertically. Has a receiver just overthrown and incomplete. Garnett had a step on the post. Parson just let him too much. It's incomplete.
Yeah, Garnett was coming from the top side as a slot and just ran a deep post, and safeties did not turn in time. Outstanding route and great throw, just a bit too far.
Garnett's been the target of choice here in the first half. The 5'8" junior from Auburndale, Florida. 2nd and 10, empty backfield again. Underneath on the check down, Shamar Kirk, the transfer from Miami. His first catch and a first down. Speaking of our impact players, here's a look. Cortland Simmons, Chandler Curtin, his 38th start on that offensive line. Of course, we talked about Schaefer and Mangum. As this thrown out in the flat, incomplete. Jaden Neeland can't make the catch. Another look at our impact players, Coach, for both sides.
Yeah, I think Will Schaefer is somebody that's been around for a long time, and you have somebody that started Chandler Curtin for can't even keep up with it, 38 straight, just doing a super job of being the perfect student athlete that you want to have in a program.
Yeah, and scored a touchdown last week. I love it. They put him in short yardage, 1st and goal, and he punched one in for a touchdown. Another empty backfield here for Parson. Where's number 0 tonight? In honor of Will Hardrick. Quarterback draw makes the first man miss. He's got 5'6". It'll be a 3rd down and manageable here. It's Dorian Plumlee, the defensive back, 6 foot 200-pound defensive back out of El Reno, Oklahoma, the transfer from University of Oklahoma.
Yeah, 3rd down and manageable 3rd and 4. Outstanding job by Chris Parson. Was a quarterback draw all the way and got 7, nearly got about 17, nearly broke outside. Tremendous quickness for that quarterback.
Austin Peay, who comes in at 49% 3rd down conversions, just 1 of 5 here in the first half. 3rd down and 4, all sorts of movement. Penalty flags fly. This will be a determination. Was ACU moving into the neutral zone, or was this a false start?
Yeah, lots of people pointing at each other, and let's see what the referee says.
Keith Patterson on the near side, trying to say false start.
False start. Offense. Number 73. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
I think there were a few coaches too that didn't agree with that, and I think they were saying that's not right. And so that's interesting. It looked like a lineman, offensive lineman, and a defensive player moved at the same time. You can nearly pick and choose.
I think the offensive line of Austin Peay trying to say, hey, the defensive line was moving. We moved in reaction to that.
Right.
But the call goes against Austin Peay. Sets up a 3rd and 9. They're at the ACU 43. Parson, straight drop, 3-man pressure. Up the seam again, a great catch down at the 20-yard line. Ball pops free. Is it a catch, fumble, and recovery? It looks like it is. The catch by Jaden Robinson. Ball popped loose by Dorian Plumlee, but then Jackson Head, right place, right time, covers it up. Austin Peay in the red zone.
Crazy play. Austin Peay is going hurry up. Now they're slowing down. Let's see what's going to happen here.
Look like we'll have our first replay. As a great pass, vertical route to Jaden Robinson. The ball again did pop free. Jackson Head with the recovery. The officials will take a look at it. We'll tell you what they find out on the other side. Wildcats a 14-0 lead.
This time we'd like to give a special shout out to the crew who provided today's flyover, presented by Chick-fil-A North Abilene.
our first review of the night is Chris Parson, the pass caught by Jaden Robinson. Dorian Plumley with contact knocks the ball loose. Jackson Head recovers it. The current call is catch, fumble, and recovery. And it is been reviewed. Here's our referee, Zach Erdman, to tell us the call.
10 at the 12-yard line.
So the call stands, a catch, a fumble, and a recovery by Austin Peay at the 12-yard line. So the Governor's in the red zone for the first time.
Yeah, probably the right call. It could have gone either way. I think he took 2 steps. It looked like a complete pass.
Austin Peay 9 of 10 in the red zone this year. They have been highly efficient in finishing off drives. Down inside the 20. Here from the 12, play action over the middle, intended for Robinson. The slant pattern just high, falls incomplete. Robinson was open.
Yeah, he was open, and a good call, fake the zone. It was a inside slant to the slot all the way, broke open. Boy, he was open. Probably the only pass that their quarterback would like to have back. Chris Parson would like to have that one back.
I tell you, the play design here for Austin Peay has been effective. They've had passing lanes. Parsons just missed on a few. 2nd and 10 here from the 12. It's in motion. He'll keep. He's down inside the 10. Cortland Rosal, Rayshawn Miles on the stop. Down 2 touchdowns. I know it's early second quarter. You thinking 4-down territory?
I think so. With a 14-point lead, I think it depends. If it's 4th and 8, I think you probably need to kick. If it's 4th inside the 5, I think they'll go for it.
We'll see how it plays out. 3rd down and about 6. Long 6, almost 7. Long snap count, Parson. He'll give to Bond on a stretch play. And decision time here as Javius pushes to the 5. It's 4th and about 2.5.
I think that was their decision. As soon as they ran that sweep, actually, they're changing their mind.
Well,
how about that?
Yeah, here come those personnel changes. They'll try their 2nd field goal tonight. As they'll trot Carson Smith back out. Smith missed in the first quarter from 45. His first miss of the year. This should be a chip shot from the right hash. 22-yard attempt. Trying to put Austin Peay on the board. And his 2nd attempt of the night. And he drills it through. Austin Peay has their first points of the night. 14-3 Wildcats. Just over 9 minutes to go before the half. The UAC opener in 2025.
We want to say
Carson Smith, the 22-yard field goal. The Governors on the board here at 14-3 with 9:25 left here in this first half of play. 11-play, 63-yard drive for the Governors. Took 4:20 off of the clock. And now Smith ready to kick off again here to the Wildcats. Ball drip is back deep.
You know, I think as Coach Patterson for ACU is seeing that as a big W. You're looking at 14-7. It's 14-3, so holding them to a field goal. If you're ACU coaching, you would say that's a W.
Let's send it down to Kendra on the sideline.
Thanks, Andy. A couple drives ago, offensive lineman for Austin Peay, Zach Bowden, limped off the field with an apparent ankle injury. The athletic trainer spent time squeezing the upper left ankle. He did enter the medical tent. He came off with his shoe off. He was able to lace it back up, did a couple light exercises, a couple sprints down the sidelines. He does have his helmet in hand, so he is questionable, but looks like he's going to try and give it another go here in just a bit. Andy?
Yeah, thanks, Kendra. First down here for the Wildcats. First catch, J.B. Mitchell. He'll have 5 yards. And second down and 5. Jake Stonebreaker, what a great name on the defensive side.
Great name. Just ran an option route, and Stonebreaker with a good tackle.
Wildcats, their last drive, a 63-yard drive. It's been an area for ACU. That 63-yard drive is now their 14th drive this year of 50-plus yards. But they've only scored on 8 of those drives, 8 of 14. So they've been healthy between the 20s, but had trouble scoring. Here's a 2-yard loss on the handoff. Here is that last drive, that Hanner Chevy GMC drive summary. 7 plays, 63 yards, and Baldrip with the touchdown reception. Again, we've seen it all year. This offense can move 20 to 20. It's just a matter of putting points on the board.
Getting inside the 20 just kind of bogged down. A couple of games they had 4th and 1 and couldn't get in.
ACU 0 for 2 on third down conversions. Here's a 3rd and 7 from the 28. Earl with 4-man pressure. Great pocket. He'll throw near side. It's caught, but down on a knee, shy of the first down. J.J. Henry, the redshirt senior, the transfer from Ole Miss.
Yeah, I had J.J. open, and one of Stone Earl's passes he'd like to have back would have had a first down if he threw it up to the chest.
And because of the 4th and 1, Keith Patterson going to elect with a 14-3 lead here to go ahead and play field position, let his defense go back to work. Nash another punt, Bond back deep. Another nice spiraling kick here by Nash. Bond will wait for fair catch and make it at the 28-yard line. 14-3 Wildcats. Governor's right back on the field. Austin Peay with 134 yards of total offense compared to ACU's 111. 78 yards passing, 56 yards rushing thus far. Parson through the air is 5 of 10 for 78 yards. And also the leading rusher at 24 yards on the ground.
I think ACU has done a good job holding Parson to just 24 yards. He's a really threat when he runs the quarterback draw or zone read. Outstanding quickness and can see the field.
Has a long relationship with the head coach, Jeff Ferris, back to when Coach Ferris was at Duke as offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach. Ball's on the ground here, and the Wildcats saying they're coming out of the pile with the football. Is it their second takeaway? Yes, it is.
Rolling on the field is a fumble.
And down inside the 25 again. As Cortland Rosal punched it out, Rashawn Miles the recovery. ACU in business again inside the 25.
Tried to run the slide on the motion sweep and looked like Parson tried to keep it, and the ball just ended up on the ground. I don't know who you blame there, but that was a huge mistake.
The takeaway sets up ACU at the 22. That's where the drive will start. Don't forget their first touchdown tonight after a forced fumble and recovery inside Austin Peay's 5. So another short field from the Austin Peay 22. They'll run the sweep, short side of the field. Vaughn drops the football, and all he can do is cover it up. ACU will give up yardage, trying to just run a quick pitch near sideline, and Vaughn just missed the catch.
Yeah, it was a quick pitch in his hands that hit him in the wrong place, and he'd like to have that again. Second down and about 17.
Yeah, loss of 7, almost 8, back to the 30. You see Vaughn dejected and checks out. You can see Graham Harrell, the offensive coordinator, in the headset right in front of him. Graham started the year in the booth the first 2 games. He's been on the sideline now each of the last 2. Long throw far side, that's caught. That's Dudley on the far sideline. He and Raylan Manley one-on-one. Manley pushes him out. It's third down and about 4 here for the ACU offense.
Stone Earl's best throw of the night. Threw it about 40 yards to run a 12-yard out. Perfect throw, great timing. Now it's a manageable third down.
Dudley, the 6'2 junior transfer from North Texas. Banks in the backfield with Earl. Pressure comes. Quick square and caught. That's Mitchell. JB's got a first down. Pressure coming. The receivers recognized, ran quick routes. Stone able to get rid of it. It's first and goal, ACU.
Yeah, just a simple 3-step slant, threw it on time, and outstanding execution. First down and goal.
ACU, despite the long drives that they've left points on the field, they are effective in the red zone this year. 9 of 12, and 9 of their last 10. Had 2 fourth downs in Tulsa that they did not score early in the game. Here's one flared out to Banks, trying to get to the near pylon. He's pushed out. Nice play in the open field. Montrez Smith, the redshirt freshman. Banks has it down to the 3, second down and goal. ACU wants to go quick. They'll put it in the belly of Banks, met right in the hole. Crashing off the edge, Trevor Hardy. And now another third down and goal from the 5-yard line.
Yeah, great stunt, a double storm, both backers coming outside that D gap, and if that was a read, Stone would like to have that back. He could have walked in, but great job on the stunt and hit him in the backfield.
Stone is 12 of 15 passing tonight, 119 yards and a touchdown. They'll have 4 receivers in this set. Bunch trips now as they come set on the left side of the formation. Straight drop with pressure. Stone scrambles out. Fires back in the end zone. Caught. Dallas Dudley. Wildcat touchdown.
Great play by Stone Earl, keeping the play alive, have the scramble, move to his left, looking at one in the flat, deep, coming along the back end line, and just an outstanding throw to the back pylon.
Had pressure. DeMorris Jenkins with pressure in the backfield. Earl able to evade, get out to the outside, turn the hips, fire to the back pylon. Dudley's got the touchdown reception. Perez in for the extra point. And the Wildcat offense takes advantage of the second takeaway of the night by the ACU defense. Earl to Dudley, 21-3 Wildcats. Beautiful throw in the back corner.
Yeah, it's a great throw, and you and I have said, and I think we both believe it, usually the #1 indicator of who wins games in college for sure is turnovers. And ACU has gotten 2 key ones that move the game in their favor.
So now touchdown drives of 4 yards.
Austin Peay, number 9, is wearing 58.
ACU. Hey, let's send it down to the sideline. Kendra Sheehan with more down on the sideline. Kendra?
You'll hear the term PhD on the Abilene Christian sideline is not talking about the degree. It's poor, hungry, and determined. That's what head coach Keith Patterson looks for when he recruits guys. He wants guys that just want to go out and play, have an opportunity, and then Coach Patterson gives them that. And he said then it turns into the relationships. You got to have people that stay, that want to leave a legacy. And when you bring a group like-minded like that together, great things can happen in year 4 for Keith Patterson. He already has a UAC championship. Andy?
Yeah, thanks, Kendra. PhDs is what he likes for these guys here at ACU. Here's a short kickoff. It's loose inside the 20-yard line. I think the Wildcats have recovered. As Bond was unable to cover up the kickoff, the Wildcat kick coverage gets down. They cover it up. It's the 3rd takeaway. TJ Marshall punches it away. Rashawn Miles the recovery. And the Wildcats have it inside the red zone again.
Yeah, coaches for Austin Peay are just struggling to keep their cool because of another
please
bad
put 4:22 on the game clock. Please.
What they were trying to do, just
seconds.
dropped it and then tried to pick it up and run with it. The worst thing you can do is try to pick it up and run with it. If it's a fumble, fall on it, take your lumps. Another great opportunity for ACU offense.
And that's just a great kickoff there by Meske, who's been kicking out of the back of the end zone. This one checks up. Bond unable to really corral it before he's got Wildcats in his face mask. 3rd turnover of the quarter. Earl's going for broke. Throw it out in the flat, and it's intercepted. Great play in the interception Stephen Ellison read the route,
an interception.
picks it off in the flat.
10, Abilene.
Governors get their first takeaway tonight. They get the football right back.
Yeah, I don't think Stone saw him. A big mistake and a great, outstanding play on defense.
The only thing that could have made that better for Austin Peay is if Ellison could have kept his feet. That would have been touchdown. A pick six touchdown the other direction.
Yep.
But put an asterisk by that play because ACU is maybe a few plays from going up 28-3. And Ellison, the first takeaway for Austin Peay. So Parson and company have the football back. First down and 10. They'll start on the ground. Good tough run near side as Richardson carry for 6. Javian Wilcox, the tackle in the open space. Boy, put an asterisk by that. That's a huge interception.
That is huge, and this is maybe the pivotal drive of the first half to see if Austin Peay mentally gets back into the game with momentum going into the second half.
Well, if you put points on the board here, you go from potentially 28-3 to back to 21-6, 21-10. Another good tough run. A first down for Richardson. Harold West the tackle this time, but now the sticks are moving for the visiting team. Still have all 3 timeouts, still have the 2-minute timeout. So clock not really a factor here. Still plenty of time here in this first half. Straight drop Parson. Pressure now as the pocket collapses. And the Wildcats have another sack. Kagan Roach is back on the field. He and Chris Wright both with contact. Well, Kagan is really favoring that right shoulder, but he's back in, and he's there with Chris Wright for the sack.
Great defense by ACU. Brought 6, played man-to-man, straight up, no safety help, and boy, they got to him.
Loss of 4 back to the 32. 4 receivers here for Parson. Motion across the formation. 3-man pressure and a little screen underneath with room to run. That's Jackson Head. Head's had a big first half. He's close to a first down. He's got it at the ACU 46.
Nice execution of the jailbreak screen. Middle screen with 3 people blocking in front of him.
Head had just 4 receptions on the year for 9 yards. He's been a favorite target here in this first half. His second reception. Also had the big fumble recovery for the Austin Peay offense on their field goal drive. 4-man pressure this time. Dumped off Simmons in the near flat. And a short game. We've hit the 2-minute timeout here in the first half. ACU a 21-3 lead. Austin Peay trying to cut into it. They've got 2 minutes left here in the first half. 21-3 here in Abilene. Two-minute timeout here in the first half. A 21-3 ACU lead. Austin Peay trying to chip into this with 2 minutes left. Still all 3 timeouts for the Governor offense. Austin Peay has outgained ACU here in this first half, 151-133. It's been the turnover game that's been the difference. Back to the short passing game, and Jaden Robinson. Will Schaefer makes the tackle out in space. Schaefer, a guy that can go perimeter to perimeter. He can cover sideline to sideline. Austin Peay will huddle here as the clock continues to move. And another third down here for the Governors. Feel like almost every play's been third down.
Yeah.
2 for 7 third down conversions here in the first half. Third down and 5. Another empty backfield here for Parson. Vertical route, deep down the sideline, incomplete. Mangum in coverage, Garnett the intended receiver. Garnett looking over the inside shoulder, and Parson threw that more towards the outside shoulder.
Yeah, good job of coverage by Mangum. Had him, they were side by side. The throw was a bit too wide, as Andy said.
4th and 5, Coach Ferris content to punt the football away. As Myers will punt 3rd time here in this first half.
You know, I think if ACU gets the ball outside their 15 to 20, they may try to do something. Otherwise, you think they're going to be conservative.
Another good snap. Myers gets it away with some pressure in his face. Comes to the near sideline and a great kick into the corner. It's going to be a long field for ACU. It's out at the 2-yard line. Here's a great stat for the ACU offense. Coming in points per game at just 18.5 already with 21 here in the first half. We saw signs of life in that second half last week at TCU.
We did, and they really did handle TCU head up with their first team in until about the middle of the 4th quarter. And if you're ACU fans or coaches, the efficiency and good 3rd down, Stone has been effective except for one play. They run and pass balance, which I think is huge.
Stone is 13 of 17, 124 yards in the 2 touchdown passes. ACU only has 9 yards of rushing here in the first half. It's been hard to run between the tackles. Turnovers has been the name of the game here in the first half. ACU scoring drives of just 4 and 26 yards. So there's a handoff up the middle, and ACU looks content to try to get this to half, although Coach Ferris and the Governors will
timeout, Austin
call a
Peay.
Timeout.
Their first. Timer, please put 1 minute and 3 seconds on the game clock. 103, please.
2.5 yards gives them a little room now at the 5.
This is the 30-second timeout.
Ferris can get the football back here with the 3-and-out series. This one of 2 games in the United Athletic Conference, Eastern Kentucky and West Georgia, the other game, other conference game in the UAC.
Yeah, critical drive here for ACU. They get the ball. They're going to receive the kickoff in the second half. And if you're an ACU coach, you want to be able to maintain the ball and get at least 1 first down.
2nd down and 7. Earl looks to throw. Quick out. Dudley has the catch, has enough for a first down. That should allow ACU to run out the first half now if they want to. Chase Allen was in coverage, but good strong throw again on Stone on that long out on that far sideline.
Yeah, he's had 2 great throws on the line, kept it outside, no risk of interception.
So with the first down, the Wildcats can take this to the half if they elect to do so. Just 2 timeouts for the Governors. Earl with pressure, scrambles to his right. Surveys, throws back in the middle. Nice catch, big hit. Baldrip, another catch. Took a big shot by Manley out of the secondary. But now the Wildcats going a little hurry up.
Yeah.
From the 30 with 50 seconds to work with. Earl, near sideline, back shoulder. Mitchell, the intended receiver. Great coverage by Manley this time. Wildcats on this near sideline want a flag. With Keith Patterson is running down the sideline, trying to get a pass interference call.
There was some shoving going on, and that's the kind of play that a lot of side judges don't call.
2nd and 10 from the 30. It's a drive that went from getting out of the shadow of the goal line to trying to now to put some points on the board. Handoff Wilson. He's got 4 on the play and now a timeout. And now, because of the incomplete pass, Austin Peay can get the football back here with a 3rd down and 6 and still 1 timeout to work with. There's a look at Keith Patterson, his 4th year here with ACU. He has 3 goals every year for this Wildcat team. 1 is to be undefeated at home.
Number 3
2 is to win
game.
the conference. 3,
if
you win the conference, you make the NCAA playoffs and have a chance to contend for a national championship. There's only 1 of those 3 goals that this team has not reached in his 4 years, and that's undefeated at home. They've been close. They're 13 and 4 in his time here, and all 4 losses have been 1-score losses. But when we talked to him Thursday, he was so adamant about, I want to be undefeated at home. 1-0 with a win at SFA and 5 home games this year, and he is so adamant about putting on a great show for the home fans, but defending the home field.
Yeah, he is. He's got great intensity and is a great motivator.
It's a 3rd down and 6 out of the Austin Peay timeout with 39 seconds left here in the first half. Earl, a straight drop. Wants to air it out, vertical route near sideline. Mitchell, back shoulder, comes back to it, makes the catch.
Great throw, back shoulder, better catch by Mitchell.
Trevor Hardy in coverage never found the football in the air. Mitchell found it, adjusted, makes the catch at the Austin Peay 25.
You live by press coverage, sometimes you die by it, and that was one of those times that it came back to hurt.
Now Earl wants to air it out again. Far side this time, one-on-one, overthrown to Dudley this time. Manley in the coverage for the Governors. If nothing else, you get a field goal opportunity here.
You do have a field goal attempt, and you're down to the 25, so you got all kinds of options.
24 seconds, 2 timeouts. Wilson gets the call at the running back spot. He's offset to Earl's left. And will get the handoff, coming right. Makes the first man miss, near sideline. Sidesteps the second, gets out of bounds. The clock will stop. Hardy finally there to push Wilson out, 22 on 22, but 3rd and 1 from the 16.
Maybe the best run of the whole first half for about 8 yards. Just outstanding leg drive by Wilson and avoiding 3 or 4 would-be tacklers.
3rd down and 1. The play clock down at 15 as the Wildcats will break the huddle. Castle's in motion to the left. Wilson another carry. Hit right at the line of scrimmage. May have a first down with a push of forward progress. Al Sandifer, the 6-foot redshirt junior out of Greenwood, Mississippi, brings him down. It is 4th down. Well, check that. The down box has changed back to first down, but the chains had not moved.
It's a 30-second timeout.
First down. We'll see.
Well, on the far side, you can see the down box has changed to 1. The chains have not yet moved. They're thinking about it.
Well, if you're just thinking out loud, ACU might have a chance to throw one into the end zone, try to get a touchdown, and then they can come back and have a nice, short 32-yard field goal attempt.
They have given a first down for ACU, so some plays to work with here. If it was 4th and short, I think you go ahead and kick the field goal, take your points. But now 1st and 10, 15 seconds left, 1 timeout remaining. So ACU called a timeout there. 1st and 10 from the Austin Peay 15. Pressure comes this time. Earl steps through it, tucks it and runs. Got the 10, he's got the 5. And ACU has to burn the final timeout with 4 seconds left. So now decision time.
Now the predicament.
Timeout, Abilene Christian, their 3rd and final. It's a 30-second timeout.
Well, I think 21-3, you take points, knowing you get the football here to start the second half.
I think it's the best call to get 3 and get the ball back. The gambler side of all of us would say, if you go forward and score, then you're putting the game away. Tough call.
Boy, kicking has certainly been a question mark for the Wildcats here in the early going. Just 1 of 5 in the field goal category this year. Get a look there at Brandon Perez. He and Kyler Meskey combined just 1 of 5 in the field goal category. And we asked Keith Patterson on Thursday, do you go with analytics or do you go with your gut? He said, I typically lean towards my gut. Not to say my gut and analytics don't align, but I don't always look at the old analytics. He's been around a while.
Yeah,
he's an old ball coach.
I think he's wise to say you don't always go with what the computer says.
Here comes the special teams unit. And we'll see Brandon Perez, his first attempt here tonight.
that puts you up if you make it by 3 touchdowns. So probably the right decision.
ACU will end the first half with 225 yards of offense. And Perez, a field goal attempt here from 23. Kick is on the way. Dead solid, perfect. Great end to the first half. ACU gets the football at the 3-yard line. They drive all the way down the field, and they put points on the board.
And you and I would not have bet on that at all. Just outstanding plays down the field with not much time, great execution. Maybe Stone Earl's best drive of the year.
Stone in that first half, 16 of 22, 190 yards, has the 2 touchdowns as well. ACU with 225 yards of offense. Austin Peay 156 yards of total offense. But the big story in the first half, 3 turnovers by Austin Peay in that first half led to 14 ACU points. And they've got the 24-3 lead here versus Austin Peay. The Wildcats making their way off the field on the near side. Kendra Sheehan is down there on that near sideline as well, waiting for the head coach, Keith Patterson, to join Kendra. Keith Patterson's there. Kendra, it's all yours.
Coach, 3 first half turnovers for your defense. What did you like about that unit so far?
You know what? That's what we've done the last 2 home games that we played. We forced 3 takeaways both of those games. We actually talked about that we want to force 5 tonight. So I told them, hey, we got 2 more to go, and that'll guarantee victory.
Stone Earl, 16 for 22 so far in the first half. What do you tell him going into the second half to close this out?
Yeah, just keep doing what he's doing. Take what the defense gives you. He's done that all year long. He's just got to be smart with the football. Don't put it in jeopardy, and just keep leading us down and scoring and taking advantage of the turnovers.
You say you like to go with your gut over analytics. Was it gut call for the field goal rather than going for it there?
Yeah, I'm a gut feeling.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Andy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your ACU
United Athletic Conference football here on ESPN+.
Athletic Conference football, and it's here in Abilene, Texas, a lovely Saturday night out in West Texas. Hey, welcome to the ACUTV halftime show. I'm Roman Raffelli, joined by Ryder Maple. Ryder, we're halfway through this one, a full 30 minutes of football in that first half. What'd you see?
Well, we knew coming into this game it was going to be a great one. ACU is 14th, APSU is 18th. They're the last 2 UAC champs. Austin Peay has their only loss was to Georgia, and Georgia, they were ranked number 4. Georgia's a pretty good football team. And then they blew out MTSU in the next week. But so far, they have done not the best. They had some early turnovers. There's been turnovers throughout the game. There's that sequence early on, a punt, flip the field, and then a strip sack and a touchdown for ACU. They got to clean it up.
Yeah, taking out the first half stats here, ACU, a more run-heavy team than we've seen in recent years. Only 35 rushing yards, 190, really airing it out today. They got the defense to commit more guys in the box, and then they beat them over the top. What'd you see from Austin Peay as well?
Well, what I see right here is the time of possession. It's close, but then you look at the score, and it's 24-3. ACU has been critical. They've been very sharp in the red zone off of those turnovers as well. ACU, they played TCU last. Stone Earl, his last defense he saw was a Big 12. That's a different level between FCS and FBS. So Stone Earl's looked sharp, and those turnovers, it's really just been the turnovers. They've been killing them.
Yeah, ACU forces 3 turnovers in that first half. One was basically a 50-yard onside kick that the returner hardly got it. We'll take a look at the quarterback comparison here. ACU turned it over, gotten two turnovers. Stone Earl turned it over once. That was right after that last turnover, but 190 passing yards and a 73% completion percentage. He had a great first half.
Yeah, he did. And like I just said, his last defense was a Big 12. Chris Parson, he's a dual threat, and I mean, we only see right here 96 pass yards, but ACU's defense has kept a lot of pressure on him. They've contained him, and when they have forced him out, there's been linebackers sitting right there. ACU is running a 3-4 mostly, dropping a lot into zone, and it's kind of messing with him.
Yeah, it's a great Wildcat defense. They forced 2 fumbles in that first half, one on Kagan Roach that quickly turned into a Stone Earl rushing touchdown, and the other, Cortland Rusaw, his second forced fumble. this season, both at home, both turned into touchdowns. Great defense so far. And now, as we move forward in this one, we'll take a look at the FCS standings here. Both these teams ranked in the top 25. You mentioned it, 14 and 18 for these two.
Yeah, both these teams have been great so far. Austin Peay, their only losses to Georgia. Abilene Christian, 2 losses, but TCU and Tulsa. But this, for the first game, the UAC, first conference game for both of these teams, Austin Peay has got to kind of figure it out a little bit more. ACU is looking a lot more sharp. They're getting their passes, their routes are crisp, the defense. It's the pressure. When you can rush 3 or 4 and create pressure on the quarterback, that is huge for the secondary, and that's where it's getting the quarterback uncomfortable. But both these teams, they're here for a reason, and it's been a great night of football.
And the Wildcats, led by head coach Keith Patterson, in his 4th season, he's defensive-minded coach. He also has most of the defensive play-calling duties going into the second half. What does Austin Peay need to do to climb back into this game?
Well, Austin Peay, they need to eliminate the mistakes. It's been the turnovers, like we've said, and they just got to get pressure on Stone Earl. He's looking sharp, and they got to make him uncomfortable.
And the Wildcats defense, a great one, need to continue to put the pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah.
Hey, the Wildcats have scored a touchdown in their first possession of the second half twice this season. They'll look to make it a 3rd consecutive game. They do exactly that. Second half coming up next here on ESPN+.
Back to Abilene. We get ready to start the second half. Wildcats a 24-3 lead. Andy Penny, Jim Reese. Coach, turnover's the name of the game. When you're +2 in the turnover category and you cash them in for touchdowns, you're going to have a lead.
Yeah, boy, it really is. The 3 most important things as an old baseball coach would be defense, 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 or pitching, pitching, pitching. So the 3 most important things about football games are turnovers, 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 because otherwise I think Austin Peay is right there close. We're on, Abilene Christian's only up by 10 if you take away the turnovers.
And look at our Anthony Chiropractic and Wellness halftime adjustments. Prevent the big play for Austin Peay and protect the football for ACU. Just sustain longer drives, convert on 3rd down. Done pretty well in both of those. The 92-yard drive there at the end of the half to get the field goal, stretch this thing out to 21.
Yeah, I thought Chris Parson was unusually kind of made some mistakes that he normally doesn't do. Stone Earl was really good. So the first half, that battle goes to Stone. Second half, it's going to be interesting.
Wildcats won the toss, deferred to the second half, so they will get the football to start the second half of play. As here is the kickoff. Another touchback, and the Wildcats will get it at the 25. Kagan Roach, a big first half defensively for the Wildcats. 2 forced fumbles and turnover into points for the Wildcats.
Yeah, turnovers were key, and boy, they did a good job of forcing turnovers and backing up Austin Peay with a really timely defense. Now ACU has a chance to extend the lead.
Stone Earl in that first half, 16 of 22, 190 yards passing, had those 2 touchdowns. Did have the 1 interception. That is only flaw there in that first half. He'll start with an out pattern again. It's Dallas Dudley. Dudley's been the leading receiver in the first half. That is 6th catch of the night, 6 now for 46 after the 12-yard gain. Trevor Hardy, the corner on that far side, just trying to keep coverage. The safety spot comes over, helps on the tackle, but Wildcats start with a left-off 12-yard gain to start this second half. Touchdown drives in that first half because
after 23 seasons as a professional. Playing
a 4-yard touchdown drive, a 22-yard touchdown drive. Another pass, Dudley, far side. He's close to another first down. They really like something on that far side.
Yeah, they're picking on that right corner and just one-on-one, they get him blocked, and the corner's playing loose, which makes it easier, playing about 7 yards off. Really soft cushion.
Again, this is a Austin Peay secondary that is banged up. Did not know if Trevor Hardy would play tonight. He was questionable, did not play last week versus Morehead State. No Miles Wiley tonight, so banged up in that secondary. Ellis has actually come in. He's playing the corner on the top side. 1st and 10 Wildcats. Earl wants to throw again. Pressure in his face this time. Gets out of it. The second wave will get to him, and a tackle for loss, a sack. Earl goes back down at the 45. Jake Stonebreaker will get credit for that sack, but pressure all around Earl that finally gets to him.
Yeah, Stone Earl saved probably 7 or 8 yards. Should have been sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Only lost 2 yards, which was an incredible athletic move to do that.
Charles Crew, Kendall Ball were both giving chase. Stonebreaker credit for the sack. It's a loss of 2. Earl wants to stretch the field again. All sorts of time to throw, and he will near sideline. It's J.J. Henry on a knee inside the Austin Peay 30.
Boy, Stone Earl has done that 2 or 3 times, just keeping the play alive. Nobody's open, great coverage, and he just rolls to the right, keeps his eyes down the field, which was the key. Laser down to the 29-yard line.
This offensive line has kept Stone fairly clean tonight. Coulter Lynch, Landon Roten, Luke Roten, Caden Carr, and George French. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Stone to throw again. Gets it to Banks in space. He's got the 20. It's another Wildcat first down. 13 more in the passing game. Hey, let's go down and visit with Kendra down on the sideline. Kendra.
Halftime adjustments from head coach Jeff Ferris on Austin Peay's side. He said, look, we got to clean some things up. We got to settle in. We got to play Austin Peay football. When I asked him about the 3 turnovers, he didn't seem overly upset. He just said, we have to be proud of the product that we're putting out there. I asked, what do you say to Chris Parson, your quarterback? He said, he's just got to relax, play his brand, we'll be just fine. And I'll tell you what, head coach Jeff Ferris is never in a bad mood. Despite this score, he's going to rally. He's going to fire up his team here in the second half. Andy?
Yeah, thanks, Kendra. 1st and 10 from the 17. Check down Dudley again, far side. Down to the 12, 2nd down and 5.
Boy, kudos to that offensive line. 5, 6, 7 seconds, and Stone didn't have to move at all. Finally found that receiver way, probably his 4th choice on his reads.
You know, this is an offensive line that's brand new here at ACU. All 5 starters are brand new. It's taken 3 games to gel, but I think this unit is better every game, no doubt. 5 in the passing game for Earl here. It's 2nd and 5 from the Austin Peay 12. Handoff, Banks with a hole. He's down inside the 10, knocked off his feet. That's Hardy again who fills the hole. 3rd down about 1. ACU is 3
hurry up, excuse me.
3 for 4 in the red zone tonight. Just the interception by Earl in the 2nd quarter. They'll go quick. Banks again. Depend on a spot. He needs about the 7. It'll depend on a spot. Again, Graham Harrell, the offensive coordinator, the first 2 games this year, he was up in the booth. The last 2 games, he's been down on the sideline. Last week at TCU, it was a communication headset problem that forced him down to the sideline, but so successful last week. Calling plays down on the sideline, his communication with Stone downfield level. Wildcats decided to do it again. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. 4th down and less than a yard from the Austin Peay 7. Henry in motion, give it to Banks, 3rd play in a row, hitting the hole, bounces off, he's got a first down.
Who did that all on his own? Got hit 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and helmet flew off.
31, this lead, he lost his helmet. Result of the play is a first down.
Run.
Yeah, it was Montrez Smith who hit him in the hole, the Will linebacker, the redshirt freshman. Could not hang on, and momentum for Banks pushed him forward. It's 1st and goal, Wildcats at the Austin Peay 6. This drive already 5 minutes deep. Banks again off the left side. He's down to about the 4. Stonebreaker, another stop. We saw a 7+ minute drive last week versus TCU, 7 minutes, 21 seconds. This one, when you got a 3 touchdown lead already and you're eating clock second half.
Yeah, boy, it's tough for that defense, Austin Peay. Could be a good time for a little bootleg play action.
And there it is, play action. Henry in the near flat, can't quite hang on.
Had it in his hands, wow.
Markel Redding in coverage, had a chance, did Henry to haul it in, just could not catch it up over the helmet. And set up now a 3rd down and goal.
Interesting here, decision-wise. 4th from the 1, they'll go for it. 4th down from the 4. I bet they would try to get points. Let's see.
12th play of the drive for the Wildcats. 3rd and goal from the Austin Peay 4-yard line. 6 on the play clock for Stone. On 3rd and goal. Scrambles left, fires, caught. Jed Castles, Wildcat touchdown.
Another great scramble. Had to move 3 times and found Jed in the left flat before he went out of bounds.
Castles the game-winning touchdown a year ago in Clarksville, the 1-point win versus Austin Peay. He's in the end zone for the 2nd straight year versus the Governors, and ACU has taken full control here in Abilene tonight.
I think you got to give credit to that new offensive line for protection and moving the ball on the ground. Just outstanding job by a bunch of guys that are just now getting used to each other.
Perez PAT is solid. Wildcats march the field 75 yards in 12 plays. Earl to Castles. Wildcats in control tonight here in Abilene. Drive. There's a look at Jed Castles, the preseason first team offense here in the United Athletic Conference. Gets in the end zone for the first time. 12-play, 75-yard drive, your Hanner Chevy GMC drive summary. Bond on the kickoff return. He's got it on the run. He's out across the 25. And that's where Austin Peay will have it for the first time. Here's a look at last year. Jed Castles, ACU trailed by 13 in the second half. It was Maverick MacGyver at the time. Castles the game-winning touchdown with about 3 minutes left last year in Clarksville. ACU the 35-34 win. Big win on their trek to the UAC championship.
Yeah, it was, and the best part of that video was the 3 parents in the first row going crazy for ACU. That was great.
Castles here with the touchdown reception. His first touchdown reception here of 2025. ACU has hit an even 300 yards of offense now here in this game tonight, and 259, Coach, 259 through the air. 259 of the 300.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, kicking team. After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, receiving team. They offset. It's first down.
There were offsetting personal foul penalties there on the kickoff, but of the dead ball variety. So the kickoff will stand. The bond return out to the 28. Austin Peay with 156 yards of offense in that first half. Not a terrible first half, I didn't think, for Chris Parson. He was,
no, not really.
You know, through the air, he was 8 for 14, 96 yards. He did miss a few targets on their field goal drive that could have been a touchdown, but not a terrible first half. It's just the turnovers that killed the Governors there in half number 1. They'll start on the ground. Short run off the right side.
You know, if you're Austin Peay, excuse me, Coach, if you're Austin Peay, then the question is, what's your strategy? Are you trying to get better for the next game? Or are you trying to win and be really aggressive? And I think they're going to obviously do that. It's just a tough hole to be in.
Simmons the carry on first down. Now, Parson his first throw. This off the hands and off the ACU hands. Off the hands of Robinson. Bounce straight up, and boy, Javion Wilcox will think about that one tonight in his sleep.
Oh, too easy.
Right off his hands. The tip drill goes awry for everybody. It's almost the 3rd turnover of the night for Austin Peay. Now it's 3rd down and 6. Those are the ones you'll hear about in film study this week.
By all his friends.
From the 32, it's 3rd and 6. It's Bond in the backfield with Parson. Straight drop. Parson will tuck it and run. Almost lost the football again and will not get the first down. ACU played coverage, but the linebacking unit able to come come up and make the play. Almost dropped the football.
Yeah, it was coming out. You could see it. He found it and then got hammered by a couple of linebackers.
Yeah, Chris Wright got a hand on it, stripped it out. Rashawn Miles then wraps up Parson. It's a 3-and-out series. So a touchdown drive for ACU to start the half, and now a 3-and-out series for Austin Peay, and Wildcats going to get the football back. As Myers in punt formation. It's Williams back deep at the 25. It's a nice booming spiral punt to the far sideline. Williams will catch it on the run and just get out of bounds on that far sideline. Halfway through our third quarter of play, Wildcats in control tonight, 31-3 ACU. Wildcats, their second drive here of the second half, the 31-3 lead. They'll start this time on the 24. Stone Earl will continue to fire. He'll continue to find Dallas Dudley on that far side. Short gain, maybe one this time.
Yeah, you run that inside bubble screen or jailbreak screen, it's either usually no gain or touchdown. It's just a tough play to execute.
Stone coming off his career high passing yards, 276 versus TCU last week. And I thought he went to the next level last week versus TCU. Even in the first half, no points in that first half, but effectively moved the football down the field.
Decision making and poise, a level that you and I had not seen, and it was very noticeable.
So give it to Miles, a little sweep here. This play is devoured in the backfield. Another loss. Marcus Howard this time. Howard, the 6'5", 245-pound defensive end from Denver. Will make that a 4-yard loss.
That jet sweep, somebody should have blocked that defensive end because he was free.
Now a third down and long. Free play. Austin Peay in the neutral zone. Earl come to the sideline. Mitchell in and out of the hands. He drop it. TJ Cox, the one it looks like was offside. Free
offside.
Play. Mitchell should have had the catch.
Number 35 in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty, third down.
Let's get the play over. It's third down and about 8.
When you don't look it in, bad things happen.
You know, we've talked about Stone Earl. He's well documented here in Abilene. Of course, he was here his first 2 years. When Keith Patterson got the job, a conversation took place, and KP just said, hey, I can't guarantee you the job. You're going to have to earn it. And it's when the transfer portal was new and hot and popular, and Stone took a chance in it. He'll miss Mitchell here. It's good pressure again by Austin Peay. But after a stint at North Texas, after a stint at Marshall, Keith Patterson, the one that initiated conversation, said, Stone, I'd love for you to come back. And Stone jumped at the opportunity to get back here at ACU.
Yeah, and the amazing thing is, from everything you and I have heard and seen, his attitude and his work ethic has been superior. He's the hardest worker on the team and has earned a leadership position again.
Nash will punt the football away. Bond is back deep. This is one of the shorter punts from Nash. Will check up on the near side and go out of bounds on the near side at 45. Wildcats 31-3, 6:25 left here in the third quarter here in Abilene. Austin Peay, their second offensive drive here of the second half. Good starting field position here for the Governors. Feels like they've been back inside their 25 majority of the night. As Parson will start with a pass. Missed his intended receiver. That was Kamari Maxwell.
Kind of hard to tell whether he was throwing to that split end Maxwell or the slot receiver. They were both right there together.
Just been disjointed offensively.
Yeah.
Really tonight. Had one nice drive to get down the field. Missed a field goal in the first quarter, and since just have not been able to manufacture lengthy drives. Straight drop Parson here with 3-man pressure. Steps up in the pocket again. It's a short gain. It's another third down. Kagan Roach there again. So we start United Athletic Conference play tonight. Here's a look at the preseason poll. The Wildcats coming off of the conference championship a year ago. They in that second place spot. Austin Peay still building, second year here for Coach Ferris, the 6th place spot. So.
And you and I know that Charlton has been probably the hottest team of anybody in the UAC. Really off to a great start.
4-0 start in Stephenville. They're ranked number 3 in the country this week in the polls. They are rolling. Third down, a long 9. Straight drop, Parson with pressure. Single coverage near side, missed his target. Robinson, the intended receiver again. Jocelyn Malaska, the corner in single coverage. And now the Wildcat defense back-to-back 3-and-out series.
Yeah, had that press coverage man-to-man and threw a back shoulder and just again was off by a couple of feet. Just missed possible completions, and that was another one.
Now the 5th punt of the night here for Gavin Myers. 5 punts, 2 turnovers, 2 field goals, 1 successful, 1 not. Nice kick. Myers will push Williams all the way back. He'll let it go over his head. It's into the end zone for a touchback. 31-3 Wildcats with 5:27 left here in the third. We're going back to Stone Earl again. He made the transition back here to ACU for this last year. And I thought it was a great conversation again with Keith Patterson. He talked about he just felt like Stone was tense through fall camp before he finally named him the starter. And he finally had a conversation with Stone and said, hey, Stone, your days at UNT are behind you. Your days at Marshall are behind you. You got to let go. And he felt like when they had that conversation, a weight was just lifted off of Stone, like the parking brake was taken off. And he's just really gone full throttle now, leading this offense over the course of the last month.
Yeah, and you and I know that probably the most important thing for a quarterback is to react and not think and try not to overthink it and just see the game and let it flow. Think process and don't worry about results, and he's done that.
6th year college quarterback now. He's married now. He got married back in the spring. Second down and 5. Quick pitch, Banks to the near side. Rovon's close to a first down. 3rd down and 1 here for the Wildcats. Hey, with more on the offensive line, let's send it down to the sideline with Kendra. Hey, Kendra.
Hey, Andy. Head coach Keith Patterson told me there are only 3 things that he can use to distinguish the Roten twins from each other. Both Landon and Luke play on the O-line, and coach said, well, one has a beard, one has a goatee, their jersey numbers and their position. But other than that, the duo is identical. In all seriousness, he said they've been a great addition to the team and been so reliable playing at that high level. They did not play football actually until high school, and even in high school they didn't play O-line together. Baseball was actually their sport. Landon was the catcher and Luke was the pitcher. Andy?
Yeah, battery mates for those guys on the baseball diamond. Unable to get the first down on 3rd down. You can see the disgust of that offensive line, the Roten brothers, as the drive comes to an end. Wildcats will punt the football back. Bond will make the fair catch. And Austin Peay back on. Yeah, those Roten brothers have been pretty impressive in that offensive line here tonight. They've kept Stone upright tonight. Stone has responded, throwing the football really well.
They have, and you would think twins like that would innately know what the other one's thinking, and you don't have to talk to each other. You just do it, and the other one knows. I believe that would probably happen. That's just a cool thing.
There's another look at the Rotens there, catching their breath after that offensive series. Transfers from Washington State. They both transferred from Washington State here to ACU. Parson, a handoff to start this drive. Bouncing to the outside is Richardson. He's gang tackled up about the 48. It's Dorian Plumley the first to make contact. Wildcats will step out of UAC play one more time next week on the road at Incarnate Word down in San Antonio.
Boy, that's a tough one.
Man, this schedule. FBS, conference, non-conference, it's been impressive to start here in 2025. 2nd down and 4. Another handoff. Richardson hitting the hole this time. He might lose one. Kagan Roach Another tackle. Again, he's been playing with a banged up shoulder since the first quarter. Stays out there, makes another play.
Yeah, he's been the MVP defensively, just in every tackle, it seems like.
Roach, the 6'5", 250-pound graduate student. Started at North Texas. Been a force here for ACU. Flags will fly here. This one might go on the Wildcats in the neutral zone. Looks like Chris Herpin jumped right there at the nose guard spot. We'll hear from our referee again, and Zach Erdman.
Offside, defense number 93 entering the neutral zone, causing a reaction, 5-yard penalty, results in a first down.
And the first down for Austin Peay here in the second half comes courtesy of the penalty. Austin Peay just 169 yards of offense. .96 through the air, 73 on the ground. This is a team that had 700 last week against Morehead State. Parsons scrambles to his left, pressure again. Keeps the play alive, has his tight end down the near sideline. Jackson Head on the run, down inside the 10, barrels to the 5, knocked off his feet there. Parson to Head, it's 1st and goal for Austin Peay.
Yeah, obviously his best play of the game. Thought he was nearly past the line of scrimmage, but kept his eyes down the field and threw an incredible pass catch down inside the 5.
Touchdown saving tackle by Harold West, but Austin Peay 1st and goal at the 4. Trying to keep this game alive. Down 4 touchdowns, but plenty of game to go. 1st and goal from the 4. It's play action. It's thrown. Back line of the end zone. Penalty. Flag flies. This in the area of pass interference or defensive holding.
Prior to the pass being thrown, holding, defense, number 20. Half a distance to the goal, automatic first down.
He got caught on the play action. Now 1st and goal from the 2 after half the distance. Simmons in the backfield. He's offset to Parson right. 1st and goal. And a touchdown as Parson able to get into the end zone. Keeps it on the read. He's in off the right guard. Austin Peay, their first touchdown tonight.
Yeah, that puts them back in the game with 31 to an pending extra point. 10 going into the 4th quarter. There are only 3 touchdowns, so still a chance.
Smith is in for the PAT. 4-play, 58-yard drive. The big completion to Jackson Head. And the Parson touchdown. Extra point is true as well. 1:27 left in the 3rd. And signs of life here for Austin Peay. They did what they needed to do just to feel some sort of success. Now put points on the board. You're back within 3 scores.
Yeah, when they were down 28, it looked like they had about decided we're going to head back, and then that drive and it got some life in them again, and it's amazing when you start to believe again how you change and your intensity level comes back. So ACU's got to really pay attention if they want to maintain this 21-point lead.
That's the area. Late 3rd quarter, down 3 scores. Have to be head on a swivel here for special teams trickery. Smith has it teed up here on the 35. It's Baldrick back deep for ACU. After the Governor touchdown, the kick will go deep. It'll be out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coach, let's take a look around the UAC, the schedule here today. One other conference game, that's Eastern Kentucky and West Georgia. West Georgia a winner, 33-12. West Georgia still undefeated on the year. You can see they're nationally ranked, but look at all the numbers by the teams. Tarleton State, we talked about, is
top 20, top 10.
Yeah, they're in third. Of course, West Georgia's having a great start to their season. ACU in the top 15. Fun conference schedule ahead. There's a look at today's schedule. North Alabama did fall out of conference to Illinois State today, 38-36. That's the only other final, with West Georgia beating Eastern Kentucky. Earl back to the air, pass over the middle, in and out of the hands of Henry, incomplete.
The ruling
yeah,
on the
threw
field
it low
is an
and ran a
incomplete pass,
curl, got around
down.
that inside linebacker, had his hands turned the wrong way and just knocked it to the ground. Should have been a completion.
Second and 10. See Wilson split out this time. Empty backfield, 5 receiver set. Earl's been effective with his legs in this situation. He'll throw a quick out. It's caught by Mitchell on the near side. Get 7. It's third down at 3.
Yeah, probably the biggest third down of the second half. You got to have, if you're an ACU coach, you want to get some momentum back, and you got to do that by at least getting 2 or 3 first downs, even if you don't score. So this is a big play for ACU's offense.
3rd and 3 from the 32. Earl with pressure right in his face. Throws the hot route. Mitchell, the intended receiver. It's incomplete. It's Montrez Smith, the blitz right up the middle. He was in Earl's face as he tried to throw it. Ellis on the backside with the coverage. Mitchell wanted pass interference, but doesn't get the call, and it's a great stop by the Governor defense. They're going to get the football right back.
Yeah, good time to blitz. Brought 6. They brought 1 more than we had to block, and Stone did a good job just to get rid of the ball.
Bond is back deep. He awaits Nash's punt. It's a low punt. Bond will make the fair catch and make the catch at the 40-yard line. So an ACU offense that was moving the football well has gone back-to-back series of 3 plays and out. Put in between that an Austin Peay touchdown, and Governor signs alive here late in the 3rd. The deep pass on the last drive, Parson to his tight end. On that last drive, Jackson Head has put Parson over 100 yards passing. He's 9 of 18 tonight, 139 yards. Parson coming off his career high in passing versus Morehead State, 199 yards in that game. He's got 139 now tonight. It'll be a passing 4th quarter for him for sure. He'll get this one out in space, far side. 5-yard gain to Garnett. It's Javion Wilcox there in coverage will bring him down.
Yeah, good execution. Good job by an outside linebacker to hold that to 5 yards. Could have been a big play.
This could be our final play here of the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 5. Parson again, square in, caught on a knee. Robinson will make the catch. He'll have enough to move the sticks for a new set of downs at the ACU 49. And that will take us to the end of the 3rd quarter.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter.
Where we are at halftime, a 3-touchdown spread. It's ACU 31. 31-10, we start the 4th quarter. Hey, let's send it down to the sideline. Kendra Sheehan. Hey, Kendra.
Hey, Andy. I am here with the legendary John Bradshaw Layfield. And you played at Abilene Christian through 1989. You grew up in Sweetwater, just about 40 miles away from here. And now you're back, and things look a lot different than when you played here.
Oh, my goodness. We used to have a weight room right there you need a tetanus shot to get into. This was Elmer Gray Stadium. It was a track field. No turf, no nothing. Things are completely different.
What's it like to be back here and be welcomed by all these fans and be close to where you grew up?
I grew up in Sweetwater. I always wanted to come here. I was a kid. My family all went here. I was here in 1976 at the game when Ovi Johnson kicked a 69-yard field goal. It was one of the greatest things I'd ever seen. I always thought I want to go there and play football. I got to live out my dream and do that, and it's been a lot of fun.
And then post-football, you transitioned to the WWE. You're a WWE champion. You're in the Hall of Fame. How did you find yourself in the ring?
I didn't want to get a real job. I coached 1 year. I made below poverty level, so I thought I need to do something to make some money, and I don't really want to work for real. I was a wrestling fan. I grew up watching the Von Erichs Sportatorium. I grew up watching all the stuff in Texas wrestling. I always wanted to be a wrestler. I was kind of hoping I'd play football a little bit longer, but I think I found out as a football player I was a good wrestler.
And now, what are you up to now? I know you're a lot with charity and you're helping out with the Memphis Rugby down there and just helping at-risk kids and making a difference in their lives. So tell me a little bit about that and why it's so important for you.
Sure, I think it's important to help these kids. They're cutting a lot of school funding in a lot of inner cities. So we've introduced rugby, which is an easy sport. It's a cheap sport to play. You don't need a lot of pads. You can play 5-on-5, 15-on-15. Memphis, we've got a 100% non-incarceration rate, 100% graduation rate. We follow these kids into their early adulthood. Most inner city kids, when they get into college, they drop out. That's more the norm than it's not. We go get them and try to figure out what they want to do in life, and it's been fun.
Awesome. Well, it's great catching up, and obviously you're a good luck charm for ACU. What's it like to watch them right now?
It's awesome. I flipped the coin, and we won the coin toss, so that's how it started, and now they're winning the game. So I'm glad that my name wasn't on the one of the few losses of the year.
Well, thank you so much for joining, Andy. I'll send it back up to you.
Yeah, thanks. How about those thigh pads, cowboy boots, and a bandana all in the same picture? Boy, that's a good look.
Ooh, that's a crazy look there.
Great catch by Jackson Head over the middle down at the 10-yard line. Looking at a targeting penalty here. Be under official review. We'll tell you about it on the other side. Wildcats a 31-10 lead. Last play is under review for targeting. You can see our referee, Zach Erdman. He'll tell us about it. Another look here. Another great catch, Jackson Head.
After review, there is no foul for targeting.
Yeah.
It's first and goal at the 10-yard line.
No targeting on the play, but Head another catch.
Yeah.
Head's over 100 yards receiving tonight with that last catch. 4 receptions for 109 yards. And the Governors are 10 yards away from making this a 2-score game. Left for dead midway through the third quarter. They got a first and goal. Handoff. Coming right. Breaking a tackle down to the 1-yard line. As Simmons down to the 1, it's second and goal.
Yeah, great job of running. Just the kind of a quick draw and got hit 3 or 4 times before he finally went down at the 1.
Last drive, we saw Parson keep it and score. They'll have an empty backfield here, second down and goal. Take the snap, he'll go off the left guard. He's into the end zone again. It's a Governor touchdown. A 28-point deficit has been cut in half. Chris Parson, second score of the night. Signs of life from the visitors tonight.
Yeah, it's a new ball game here. 13 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Smith in for the extra point. A 7-play drive that went 60 yards. And it's 31-17 here in Abilene. Can the Wildcat offense respond? We got a ball game. 13:24 left in Abilene. Well, a 28-point lead for ACU halfway through the third quarter has dissolved down to 14. We've got a ball game with 13:24 left. The second touchdown of the night for Chris Parson. Here is the Smith kickoff. Another deep one and another touchback. Wildcats will have it at the 25. ACU has gone quiet each of their last 3 drives. All 3 and outs, Coach, after what was explosive offense has gone dry.
And there seems to be a problem with the offensive line taking care of a running game and even blocking for Stone. So to get on track, you're going to have to change your mindset, and the offensive coordinator you know, is going to have to do something different to get their momentum back if they want to keep the lead.
7-play, 60-yard drive for the Governors. Earl back to the air. He's got Dudley again, a career night for Dallas Dudley. He's got 8 on first down. Raylan Manley will make the stop. That's Dudley's 10th catch tonight. He's been the go-to.
Yeah, just a good smart throw. Corners off 8 yards, just ran a 5-step stop.
2nd and 2. Banks will get a carry off right tackle. Has a first down. More than anything, just some clock management here.
Yeah.
Ball control and clock management.
Ball control and get their confidence back. You got to get the feel back. They just did a good job offensive line running the stretch with a cutback.
ACU at 320 yards of offense. Austin Peay now at 264. New set of downs at the 38. Earl resets the play. 4-man pressure. Nice pocket. Throws it up for grabs. It's Dudley again. Have yourself a game, Dallas Dudley.
Wow.
17 more on the stat sheet.
I wasn't for sure. Stone Earl knew where he was throwing. Dudley ran a dig, had a post stem, and then turned it into a square in. It was a great throw and a super catch.
Dudley had 6 receptions on the year coming into tonight. He's got 11 just tonight. Back on the plus side of the field at the Austin Peay 45. Dudley again, near side with blockers. He's got 5 more. You know, it's almost an extension of the run game.
That quick screen really is.
Get it numbers and space out on the perimeter and see what happens.
Yeah, 2nd and 5, and it really is like a sweep or outside zone. Absolutely.
From the Austin Peay 40. Earl to throw again. Pressured, throws out in the flat, caught. That's Henry. Puts his foot in the ground, changes directions. He's to the 25-yard line.
And a penalty over here close to ACU sideline.
Check the flag. Stonebreaker was in chase, could not quite get to Earl. We'll check the flag.
Personal foul, illegal blindside block. Offense, number 22. 15-yard penalty.
That's a big penalty there, wow.
E.J. Wilson with the blindside block.
It's 2nd down.
I did not see it, but there is a Austin Peay player who is down. May have been the victim of that backside block or blindside block. It negates a big play and a first down. The yardage will mark it back to the Austin Peay 48. It was Al Sandifer who, took the blindside block. There's a good view from our ACUTV crew. Sandifer took the blindside block from Wilson. Sandifer able to get up under his own power. Second down now, 14 at the 49. Stone Earl now 29 of 39, 308 yards passing. It's the 3rd week in a row he's set a new career high in passing yards. At 239 versus SFA, 276 last week versus TCU, 293 tonight. Has a 2nd and 14 here. Good pocket, goes deep, post pattern, jump ball, in and out of the hands of Dudley, incomplete. Manley in coverage, able to get the right hand on it as it made it to the breadbasket of Dudley.
Looked like he coulda, shoulda caught it, got broken up right as the ball got there.
That has been the matchup of choice tonight, Manley and Dudley. Manley wins on 2nd and deep. It's 3rd and 14. Governors a chance for their 4th consecutive defensive drive to end in an ACU punt. Play clock still at 10. 3rd and 14. 4-man pressure. Earl, deep ball again. Triple coverage to Castles. Overthrown and incomplete.
And a penalty back where Stone threw it.
Late flag, took a shot. I think this is roughing the passer.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
That's a really
number 35. 15-yard
penalty.
Automatic first down.
Coaches are not happy with that. Well, they were getting the ball back and momentum and a chance to cut it to 7 points.
Charles Cruz III, the 6'1" nose tackle, senior nose tackle. Get another good look at it here. And the ball's well gone, and then Cruz takes Earl down to the ground. And what would have been a 4th and 14 is now a 1st and 10 ACU at the Austin Peay 34. Still 10:33 left tonight. That's a momentum shifter. Austin Peay was about to get the football back, down 2 scores. Earl will keep this time. He makes the first man miss. He's got the far sideline. He's trying to get to the pylon, and he will. Stone Earl, 34 yards. Second touchdown tonight, and in 2 plays, it goes from potential punt to a 3-score lead, 37-17.
Yeah, that was a call play. Looked like it was turned into the counter, and he faked to that tailback and barely got touched. Just an outstanding run. He's got some wheels, and he's a really, really great runner.
The longest run of the night for ACU. And it ends with 6 points on the backside. Meskey is in for the extra point. (38-17), 10:25 left. Stone Earl, he's been doing it with his arm. Here he does it with his legs. 21-point lead for the Wildcats, 10 and change to go. There's a look at Chris Parson. A little frustration after a chance to get the football back, down just 2 touchdowns. But the roughing the passer, the Stone Earl touchdown, and ACU back to a 3-score lead. As here's the kickoff and another touchback. And there's a look inside the ACUTV studios. The entire crew putting on the show tonight. That's our offensive line there, Coach. They look pretty good, huh?
They look good.
Making holes, making us look good, huh?
There's a bunch of them. And they look like they know what they're doing. That's great.
Even Hutton, he's got the cast on the right hand. You get injured doing this stuff.
That's right.
Tell you what. So Parson and company back out, now down by 3. Just been so effective their last 2 drives. Had a chance to get the football back, just down the 2 scores. Still time to work with, but now back down 3 scores. They'll start back in the air. Robinson another catch. Isaiah Crawford will bring him down.
Yeah, you know, it did strange how momentum and the feel emotionally you get as a team changes, and you don't even know how it happened, but that momentum totally changed.
2nd down and 4. They'll play action, center of the field. Nice catch. That's Shamar Kirk. Forward progress stopped by Kirk out across the 40. You see some frustration starting here with he and Plumlee. Shamar Kirk, the transfer from Miami. Great story about Kirk. He played at Miami last year. He got to play in the Pop-Tarts Bowl, which, by the way, is the best celebration for the winner.
Name. Wow.
So Kirk, 2 catches in that game from the #1 draft pick in the NFL draft, Cam Ward. Crossing route here, another catch, Robinson. And he's inside the 45. Yes, Shamar Kirk, he went from playing at Miami. He plays in Tennessee, here at Clarksville, Tennessee. Cam Ward went from Miami. He plays in Tennessee at Nashville, Tennessee.
Can't keep up with it all, man. Wow.
Tennessee Titans for Cam Ward, and here at Austin Peay for Shamar Kirk. Robinson catch, it's 1st and 10 at the 44. Wants to air it out again. Great pocket this time. And has a receiver behind the defense. It's Robinson. 10, 5. It's an Austin Peay touchdown. Best pocket of the night by that Austin Peay offensive line.
The best throw of the night by Chris Parson. Outstanding throw, and we got a penalty late going on.
Extracurriculars after the Robinson touchdown. You'll see behind the defense. Robinson takes it to the house. Some flags all over the place. There was some pushing and shoving after the touchdown. And I believe it was Shamar Kirk, number 13. Zach Erdman's been busy tonight. We'll hear from him again down on the sideline.
The result of the play is a touchdown. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense, number 13, his first of the game. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
You'll see it here. Kirk, just a push of Schaefer. Came up, just pushed Will Schaefer in the back.
That's something that seems like maybe you get tossed from the game. That was really uncalled for.
And now how big is that roughing the passer and Stone Earl touchdown a moment ago? Austin Peay right back. There's still 9 minutes to play, and we're back within 2 scores. And Parson has come to life here now, 250 yards passing. And Robinson behind the defense, just able to make that catch, Coach, and get up the far sideline for the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a deep drag, like 20 yards worth. A great throw by Parson, probably his best of the night. And once they penetrated the ACU zone, a little cover 3 deep and 4 under, then nobody left to stop him from scoring.
It's a new career high in passing yards for Parson as well. The Mississippi State transfer, 16 of 26, 252 yards passing now. 2 receivers have gone over 100 yards now, as Jackson Head has 4 catches for 109. Robinson with the touchdown, 6 for 105. And Austin Peay now 3 drives in a row have ended in touchdowns.
Yeah, if you're Austin Peay, you want 3 and out and get the ball back, and it's really a new ball game. If you're ACU, you need at least 3 or 4 first downs to chew up 4 to 6 minutes of this last quarter.
The unsportsmanlike conduct penalty has Austin Peay kicking from their own 20. That might change the thought of a onside kick, where the field position is just too risky down on this end of the field. Three straight touchdowns for Austin Peay. And here is the kickoff. It is deep, it is returnable. Ball trip on the run, 30, 35 near hash. Flags will fly. This in the area of probably a block in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Williams, the stop.
During the return, holding, receiving team, number 16. 10-yard penalty, first down.
ACU, the least penalized team in the UAC coming into tonight, but both teams have added up, racked up the penalty yardage tonight.
Yeah.
So Wildcats 1st and 10 on the 25. Penalties tonight, 6 penalties for ACU, but just 37 yards of penalty yardage. Handoff coming left is Banks. He's met in the hole, even a tackle for loss. Charles Cruz the third.
Timeout for a defensive injury.
I believe it might be Cruz who went down after making the tackle for loss. I'll take a look at Cruz. We'll take a look at ACU's upcoming schedule. Again, we talked about stepping out of conference one more time, Incarnate Word in San Antonio next week, and then full throttle UAC. That one at West Georgia is turning into a big one. UAC leader right now, West Georgia at 4-0. Conference win today over Eastern Kentucky.
And Tarleton State may be the best team right now in the entire division.
They'll be here in Abilene on November 1st. That's coming up later in the year. 2nd and 11, Earl. Near sideline, Dudley one-on-one. Flag flies. Ellis in coverage with Dudley. Hand jousting as they were going down the field. Another penalty flag. This defensive pass interference.
Defense.
And
Automatic first
the
down.
thing that's strange, if you're a coach for a defensive team, that they've been hand each other and pushing all night long. I'm not sure that was any different. I, as an offensive guy, would say that's probably interference, but it's hard to be consistent.
15-yard mark-off will give the Wildcats a first down. 8.5 to go in a 14-point lead. Earl with pressure, spins away from it. Incomplete. Crossing route to Dudley. Davion Hood, Montrez Smith giving chase. Smith, that redshirt freshman, transfer from Duke. Started at Duke, Western Kentucky, now made his way here to Austin Peay. Of course, a roster turnover here in year 2 for Coach Ferris. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Banks a carry, he's got 5. 3rd down here for the Wildcats.
Number 13 offense lost his helmet. He must leave for one play. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, big 3rd down for ACU. 3rd down and 4.
ACU tonight on 3rd down is 5 of 12. It's one of our keys tonight. Wildcats led the UAC in 3rd down conversions at 54%, but Austin Peay holding their opponents to 27%. ACU at 5 of 12, just shy of 50 tonight. On 3rd down at 4. Earl with pressure in his face, throws, ball trip the catch, makes a man miss. He's running down the far sideline. It's a Wildcat touchdown.
Don't know how that happened. Wow, they had him, thought Stone was going to get sacked, and running a deep drag route turned into about a 60-yard touchdown.
DeMorris Jenkins with pressure on Earl. I think Austin Peay brought the house and just missed.
I think so, yeah.
And no help on the backside.
No.
And once Baltrip made the first man miss, he is down the sideline for the touchdown. And Perez in for the extra point. 55 on the pass and catch. 45 now on the scoreboard. ACU stretches it back out to a 3-score game.
Wow, and I don't blame them. The Austin Peay coaches are right next to us, and boy, they've done a great job of coming back and got it down to 14, and now a couple of penalties, and boy, a huge play for ACU, and it just, the momentum has gone back and forth and just takes the life out of you if you're Austin Peay. So just an incredible play.
This turned into a fantasy football kind of day for Stone Earl now with 4 touchdown passes, 30 of 42 tonight. I'm not sure, Coach, if you would have told me that ACU had 430 yards of offense, that 330 would be through the air. Less than 100 on the ground.
And half of that 100 on the ground probably has been Stone Earl too. He's been like superhero tonight.
Stone rushing tonight, 4 for 46.
Yeah.
2 rushing touchdowns, 4 passing touchdowns. 45 on the scoreboard. A Wildcat team that had only scored 56 combined in their first 3 games. Granted, 2 of those are FBS contests. Here is the kickoff, another touchback. Austin Peay has yet to have a drive where they've had a chance to tie the game. Every time they've got within 2 scores, they haven't had the defensive stop to get it back with a chance to get within 1 score.
And a couple of penalties and a couple of big plays, ACU offensively, and just puts them back behind the 8 ball again.
Parson again a career high passing tonight as well with the 252 yards. And 2 receivers over 100. Robinson and Head. They'll try it again here from the 25, 1st and 10. Play action, pressure as Parson scrambles to his right. Jump ball, a dive, almost intercepted. Rashawn Miles in coverage.
Boy, that's an outstanding play for a linebacker trying to cover a slot receiver all the way across the field. 15-yard drag and nearly had a diving interception.
It's Chris Wright and Isaiah Crawford chasing Parson as he scrambled out to his right. Miles almost the interception. Second down and 10 now at the 25. Empty backfield, Parson, quick curl, caught by Kirk, makes the first man miss. Gets across the 30. 3rd down play coming up here, 3rd down at 4. Javon Wilcox on the stop. The down box far side says 2nd down, but it should be 3rd.
I think so.
After the incomplete pass. And there's the change on the down box. 3rd and 4 for the Governors. Getting down to crunch time. Far side, complete again. It's Kirk again, and he's loose on the far sideline. Penalty flag is out. Kirk to the ACU 30. I think this might be coming back.
I think a block in the back, maybe right there at the 40-yard line. That's another big penalty.
So Malaska finally brings Kirk down, but I think this one might be coming back. So we'll get another look at it. Yep, there's the block in the back down the field.
Offense, number 12, 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Kamari Maxwell with that block in the back. I think Kirk would have got down that far sideline nonetheless, even without the block.
I do too. Yeah, I totally agree.
Negates a huge play to the ACU 30. It's back now to the Austin Peay 32. It's still 3rd down. Spot foul down the field, so almost exactly where Austin Peay was. 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, and a weird deal. If Austin Peay doesn't get the 1st down here, they'll obviously go for 1st down on 4th.
Straight drop, Parson, throw it out in the flat, led his receiver too much. That was Simmons out of the backfield, and it is decision time, 4th and 3. 6:39 left, down by 3 scores.
It's got to be a no-brainer. You just got to go. You got to risk it and go.
It's all offense on 4th and 3. Three-man pressure. Parson steps up. He'll try to get it himself, and he will. Took a shot from Schaefer right at the 1st down line, but bounces forward. New set of downs for Austin Peay.
Great job of scrambling, really good run, put his head down. He is really athletic and causes problems for linebackers and safeties and corners. 1st down.
It's an Austin Peay team that has yet to reach 100 yards rushing. Parson is the leading rusher, 14 carries for just 26 yards on the ground. Bond has 21, Simmons has 21, Richardson has 20. Depth at the running back spot. Parson leads the way. 1st and 10. He'll air it again. Wright giving chase. Parson will get what he can, gets out of bounds. As you can tell, AC started to just drop coverage.
Yeah, they had 5 under and 3 deep, only rushed 3 and couldn't put pressure on Parson, but were able to take away every possible throw there. 2nd down.
5.5 to go. ACU 3-touchdown lead. Try a deep ball here, well underthrown, incomplete. Might have been better that was incomplete because Plumlee wanted to undercut that route.
Yeah, he did. At first, I couldn't tell whether Parson was trying to throw that deep drag or the goat route, but I think he was trying to throw that goat route.
Plumlee was coming over from that safety spot. If that ball is thrown with a little air on it, I think Plumlee might have an interception. Another 3rd down. Drop it off, near side. It's Julian Randolph the catch. Miles there as soon as he catches it. It's 4th and 1. Governors will go, whistling a timeout. Keith Patterson wanted to make personnel changes, get his goal line unit in. 4th and short package. Austin Peay did not make any substitutions.
Right.
So
good timeout if you're ACU.
Keith Patterson wants to go ahead and take the timeout. ACU scored first tonight after their first of 3 takeaways. A forced fumble recovery inside the Austin Peay 5. Stone Earl scored the touchdown. And that was the tail of the tape in the first half. 3 Austin Peay turnovers. ACU converted 2 of those into touchdowns. They led 24-3 at the half. Scored on their opening drive of the second half to lead 31-3. Austin Peay offense finally came to life. Got it back to 31-17, but since 31-17, we've just traded touchdowns. ACU with 2 touchdowns, Austin Peay with 1. They've got a 4th and 1 here. Parson will get enough for a first down. But now clock really becoming a factor as we've gone under 5 minutes. Conference opener for the last 2 conference champions. Austin Peay in 2023, ACU the defending champions of 2024. Every game in the UAC is going to be a big one. On 1st and 10, 3-man pressure, drop 8, pass, caught.
Great catch.
Yeah.
I thought that outside linebacker dropping was going to be able to bat it away, but great catch.
I think Wilcox did get a hand on it before Maxwell made the catch. Parson again. Near sideline. Another catch. Another catch for Robinson. Robinson having a huge night tonight, the sophomore. Transfer from Kennesaw State. His 7th catch tonight. He leads in the receiving category. He's got 7 for 114. Head has 5 for 114. 2nd and 1. Parson again surveys the field. He'll keep it himself. Puts a foot in the ground, changes direction, slides at the 14.
Yeah, good job by Parson. Coverage was really good. Again, they dropped to 8, nobody open, and after about 5 seconds, got about 10 more yards.
Well, you can tell just the strategy here for ACU defense, just drop and force it to stay under and make a tackle.
Let the time run.
So we hit 3 minutes left tonight. Parson another straight drop. Hits head on a screen. He's got the 5. Caught from behind. An ankle tackle keeps him out of the end zone. But it's 1st and goal. Governors at the 3.
Yeah, another good job running the jailbreak inside screen.
They'll go quick. A flag flies as the handoff. And no gain on the play for Simmons.
Illegal formation. More than 4 men in the backfield. Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Now Austin Peay going fast there. I'm not sure they got fully set. Illegal formation is the call, but going really fast. I'm not sure they got fully set. So 1st and goal now from the 8. So clock winds. We hit 2.5 minutes. Middle of the end zone, overthrown, incomplete. Kirk, the intended receiver that time.
Boy, any coach or quarterback knows as you get closer to the goal line inside the 10, just ran out of room. It's difficult to push vertically, and if you can't push vertically, you got to do some horizontal crossing, and just difficult.
It really narrows your play calling.
Yeah.
Not much room to work with. 2nd and goal from the 8 here. 4-man pressure this time. Parson wants to run. He runs out of room. He keeps the play alive. Retreats all the way outside the 25. It's a jump ball, far side. There's a flag down. The pass is incomplete. I think the flag's going to be a legal man downfield on Austin Peay, an eligible receiver downfield. As Parson all the way back to outside the 25-yard line. Here's the call.
I think you're right.
An eligible receiver downfield offense, number 52. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
So call it on Chandler Curtin, the veteran graduate student. That's unfortunate. You know, offensive linemen get called out on plays like that when your quarterback's scrambling for his life.
You don't blame him. After about 10 seconds, you'd think he's going to throw, you know. It's not their fault.
10-yard mark off. It's 2nd and goal from the 18. Again, 3-man pressure. Parson, center of the field, caught underneath. As the catch by Simmons out of the backfield. It's 3rd and goal from the 6.
Yeah, good tackle by that middle of the linebackers there. 2 crossers, and clock still running.
It's time for the 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes remaining. ACU trying to hold on. They've got a 3-score lead. Austin Peay a 3rd and goal at the 6 when we return to Abilene. Two minutes left in Abilene. It's a 3rd and goal for Austin Peay from the 6. ACU the 45-24 lead tonight. Led throughout. Austin Peay trying to get back within 2 scores. 3rd and goal. Throw the center of the end zone. It's caught. It's a touchdown. It's Jackson Head. And Austin Peay back within 2 scores. 45-30 with a conversion to follow.
Yeah, had a man right on his backside and somehow caught it. Don't know how the ball even got in there. Outstanding catch.
Jackson Head, now his 7th catch tonight. Head, a guy who only had 4 receptions on the year. He's got 7 tonight. He's got his 2nd touchdown reception. 45-31 with 1:56 left. And now, Coach, I think we're in a situation where we'll see onside kick.
Onside for sure. You're going to have Hans team, 10 of them up there close.
Abilene Christian, number 1, is wearing 78.
A game that was 24-3 at halftime. Austin Peay has outscored ACU now 2nd half, 28-21. Gonna look at the ACU student body hanging around. A big drone show scheduled for post-game here at the stadium. So fans are hanging around here tonight.
That's way too high tech for an old guy. I don't even know what a drone is, but it's going to be fun.
Smith with the onside kick attempt. Got the hop, but it's covered by Mitchell and the Wildcats on the far sideline.
Yeah, it's a really good kick. Got the exact hop he wanted, and good job by the Hands team of taking care of that from ACU.
Austin Peay still does have all 3 timeouts, so it'll take somewhat of a drive here to run out the clock. No reason to take the 3 timeouts with you. It was a 16-play drive, 16 plays, 75 yards. 5:49 off the clock, so it does end in points. That's a positive for Austin Peay, but 6 minutes off the clock.
Yeah,
there's your positive for ACU.
You and I know if you're ACU's defense and coaches, that's kind of what you wanted to happen. Just let them use the clock.
Earl a handoff. Banks covers it high and tight. Get 2, maybe 3. Kinston Reeves with the tackle there for Austin Peay. Stone Earl 339 yards passing. Chris Parson now at 330 yards passing. Quarterback ratings. Earl at 165 and Parson at 153.
Out of sight, wow.
They've both been as good as advertised. And looks like Austin Peay is content to let ACU run out the clock. It's victory formation here for the Wildcats, and Earl will take a knee. We'll take one more knee here. It was turnovers, coach, that really set the tone for this one, and Wildcats get the 3 takeaways in the first half, 2 touchdowns off of it. Kept Austin Peay at arm's length tonight. They're going to get the win.
Yeah, and you have 2 or 3 different narratives. If you're looking at this as a story, a book, that second chapter just dominated by Abilene Christian, and then, boy, hats off to Austin Peay for coming back. That here in the fourth quarter, momentum changes after momentum changes, and 2 great performances by both quarterbacks, and boy, a couple of other individual great performances on both teams. Just a crazy, crazy game.
Both teams will walk away tonight 2-2. The Wildcats will get the win in conference play. So they are 1-0 in the UAC, and Austin Peay will fall to 0-1. It's another step out of conference for the Wildcats again, as they'll go to Incarnate Word and San Antonio next week. Stone Earl 30 of 42, 339 yards, the 4 touchdowns. And Chris Parson was 24 of 38, 330 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dallas Dudley had 12 receptions for the Wildcats tonight, 12 receptions for 92 yards. Radrian Baldrip with the touchdown reception there late, 6 catches for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns. You look at Austin Peay tonight receiving, two receivers over 100 yards receiving. Jackson Head 7 catches for 132. Jaden Robinson had 7 catches for 114. Again, the final score tonight. Stone Earl making his way over. He's going to talk to Kendra Sheehan here in the postgame. In a new career high in passing yards, 3rd week in a row. This week, 30 of 42, 339 yards, 4 touchdown passes. 2 touchdowns on the ground, too. Stone Earl, he is on the sideline with Kendra Sheehan. Kendra?
Another week, another career high in passing yards. You have 4 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. How were you able to effectively run this offense tonight?
I think just every week we're getting better as a whole offense. The first week we came out a little slow. Second week we grew. 3rd week we did some great things against TCU. And then this week I feel like we put it all together, but we still left a lot on the field.
A top 25 matchup, you get the win and you get your first conference win. What type of statement do you want to make to the league in this win tonight?
I just think make a statement that we're a great football team and we're going to continue to get better. And I mean, we easily should have had 50, 60 points. So just shows that this offense is very explosive, and if we play complementary football with the defense, some great things will happen.
And I want to talk about your story, because you started at Abilene Christian, then you made stops at North Texas and Marshall. You come back to ACU. What are you trying to prove this year with your story?
That God does great things, man. Just coming back home, I knew this was the right place to be. I knew we can win a championship here, and that's what I want to do.
What type of example do you want to be for other players and other guys who have been in situations like yours where you have to be tough, you have to show resilience, and you come back home and you make a big statement here?
Like I said, just trust God. Like, story hasn't been the cleanest or just like straightforward. It's always been something happening or something going wrong, but just got to keep my head down and trust the Lord and know that in the end, He's got me.
Well, you're certainly doing great things. Go ahead and celebrate this first conference win tonight.
God bless. Thank you.
And we'll go ahead and send it over to Roman for the postgame.
Thanks, Kendra. Ryder, it's game number 1 in the UAC, but ACU looks like they're in midseason form.
Yeah, they just played great. The score is closer than the game actually was. Both teams kind of got a little lazy at the end, but ACU played great throughout. And Austin Peay, they showed some might at the end, but ACU just looked sharper throughout the whole game.
Yeah, we'll take a look at our final stats here. ACU, a faster start than we've seen most of this season, a slower starting team, but they really got it corrected today. A lot jumps off the page. They're a rush-heavy team, but nearly 340 passing yards. This offense was fantastic tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the total yards for both, it's 2 yards separated. It was a shootout, but the game didn't really feel that close. The rush yards is what really stands out to me. ACU has great running back depth, and Austin Peay, their quarterback, Parson, is a great dual threat, but we didn't really see that. It was they were slinging the ball all around the whole night.
An off-script game for both these teams. And now looking at next week, ACU, a big game, their last non-UAC game of the season. That's at Incarnate Word. What do they need to do in that game that they did well today?
Well, I mean, the score was close. ACU definitely got a little lazy at the end. Their defense kind of fell apart. They were just getting lackadaisical. They got to be strong the whole time. It was a big gap going into halftime, and the offense scored a couple times, but they let Austin Peay keep going. They just gotta stay in the game.
Yeah, a big game for the Wildcats. And hey, if you had Stone Earl on your fantasy team, you'd have over 40 points. A great game here in Abilene. Andy, all yours.
Roman Ryder, great job as always. 45-31, our final score tonight here in Abilene. This has been a presentation of the United Athletic Conference on ESPN. All games are airing live. They're streaming on the ESPN app. For the entire team, Roman Raffelli, Ryder Maple, Kendra Sheehan, Jim Reese, and the entire ACUTV crew led by Hutton Harris, I'm Andy Penny. Take care. Good night from Abilene.